This episode of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan is brought to you by
Gringos Locos. Man, and Gringos, we've talked about them for years. The Double D taco is a staple in Orlando.
Yep.
Their burritos, Sam likes the mouth hugger.
Yeah. Quesadillas.
What do you like?
I like that pork quesadilla.
The pork quesadilla. Well, you could go there and you could just do that, or you could cater your next event, which is what I would tell you guys to do. And I'm on their menu right now.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of different, it's very, very interactive in the idea that you can, I didn't want to say small or large. You can do it all,
but they do all size catering.
They really, really do. And you can go, you can do the gringo spread. That's the hard and soft tortillas of your choice with 2 meats, diced chicken, ground beef, roasted pork, shredded lettuce, shredded cheese, pico, cilantro. You get the idea. You can go that route, or you can get the full stash. We're keeping it stashy, and it's hard and soft tortillas. You get the seasoned rice, both kinds of beans. You get the sampling of the chicken, ground beef, roasted pork, shredded lettuce, cheese, everything. Fresh jalapenos, cilantro, sour cream, hot sauces, handmade tortillas, queso, salsa, mixed salad, mini guava empanadas for dessert, and bottled water and canned soda. That's the big dog.
Yeah.
That's $14 a person. But that's if you had a wedding, why didn't I do this at my wedding?
I mean, for any party, they could
Bart Merrick is sort of the king of this.
Yeah. They could have their employees make the double Ds for you, or they could drop everything off and you could make it yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Also, if you mention Tom and Dan while you're ordering your catering, 10% off.
Yeah.
And that's any size. So you could do 10% off a huge catering bill is crazy. Just mention Tom and Dan.
And there's stuff on the catering menu that you can't get in the store. They've got these little mini chimichangas with queso. Can't get those at the store. Chicken quesadilla cones. Can't get those at the store. Guaco taco. I think you can only get that at the Amway and catering. So it's you're getting the best stuff.
Well, speaking of the Amway, we're doing these Orlando Solar Berries games. We're going to be out at the first one.
Yes.
There's a Gringos in the Amway, so go to Gringos while you're at the game. There's one downtown. There's one in the Milk District.
Sodo.
Yep.
UCF.
A bunch of different locations. If you go to gringoslocos.com, they're still hiring right now. Go down to the careers tabs at the bottom of their website and find out all the information.
It's the last tab, all the way to the right. You can't miss it.
It's gringoslocos.com.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
It is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
Tom.
Sorry about that.
Sam's here. What's going on, Sam?
What's going on?
Our wives
A lot
are
of
here.
estrogen in here.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of titties.
All right. That's another way to say it, I guess.
A lot of titties in here.
Crystal Van is here.
Nobody knows what estrogen
Hello.
is.
Yep.
Andrea Dennis is here. How you doing?
I'm good. Women know what estrogen is. We definitely do.
What benefit? The
What does it
testosterone.
Oh, what benefit?
Oh,
Well, no, I'm
God.
saying no.
What does it make you do?
No,
What is
hold
it?
on. I'm asking a question.
Well, look,
I'm
they're
not-
all fucking offended, and you just
Oh, no one knows. No one knows.
You can't even ask the origin of anything anymore
Nobody-
without everybody being fucking offended.
No,
Nobody
because
knows.
we all know testosterone
Makes your dick hard.
Well, it makes you hit home runs.
Yeah.
It makes you better, bigger, better.
Makes you
better.
obsessed
Oh,
with...
build back better, what?
Yeah, don't mention that.
But I don't know. Would taking more estrogen do anything for you?
Gives you these titties.
Yeah.
Was that true?
Oh my God, TC.
Well, I was like, taking estrogen will
What
make
do
it
you
grow
think people
bigger
that are
titties.
transitioning into women take?
Well, no, I know if you're a man.
Well, he wants to know, like, is the main thing that they're like, well, we have to grow you some titties, so here's your estrogen.
No, like I have testosterone already, but by taking like triple the amount, I will get more muscular. If I work out, I will have a bit better sex
Triple
drive.
the titties and get you guys some stat.
It will blow my hair out. So,
Is it? Don't you take that? I cannot handle bald.
I'll be
wow,
ripped.
that is the
horny,
threshold.
ripped and horny.
Yeah, like
No,
you wants
not
to
bald,
be.
though.
We
No thanks.
both want to be full Rogan.
So, but women have
Two red Rogans. Red Rogan. Oh.
Listen, I'll take a softie with hair any day.
So
I don't even know what that means. I don't know what a softie with
I
hair
don't need
means.
a rock hard man with no hair.
so my
No
question.
offense. No offense to anybody who's bald. I
Well,
apologize.
they-
Take that, Seth.
Well, we all
They
know.
definitely took offense to it. They're like, I will take anything but a bald man.
Okay, no. Let me fix this. Okay, please.
Can't be
Have
fixed.
any
No
of you ever
offense.
seen TC with no hair?
I've seen it one time.
No.
I'm the only one other than you.
Didn't
No.
you used to have a buzz cut?
Well,
No, but
no.
remember
There's that bet,
one time at Mako's,
Yeah.
Tiffany shaved
Shaved
his
his
hair.
hair.
No, I don't remember.
Poorly.
And I'm
Poorly.
not saying I can't take any bald man. I'm saying I can't take him bald.
Yeah.
Well,
have
it wasn't
not
bald. I just looked like
wear
a
it.
skinhead. like
You
a
look
King
like-
Kong
Now I
Bundy.
kind of want to see
You
this.
know how there's
Do you have
always in
pictures? Yeah, I have
every good there's no good Nazi movie, but in every good Nazi movie or put together Nazi movie, there's always one impressionable fat teen that's on the fence about becoming a Nazi,
Yeah.
and you look like an on the fence Nazi. You look like the fat teen.
Old American History
Because
X.
That's what
over here.
she's gonna say.
Exactly.
Rosacea.
Every Nazi movie has the one case like, I don't have any friends. Maybe I'll join the Nazis. That's you.
If you're
100% you.
if you're young,
Impressionable.
white, and impressionable
Yeah.
with rosacea,
Yeah.
maybe a Nazi.
Maybe a Nazi.
So women have to have like a certain amount of testosterone as well. But if a woman has a hysterectomy, they have to take estrogen so they don't grow. That testosterone doesn't take over.
American Hysterectomy X.
Bringing it full
Off to a good
circle.
start. We're off to a good start.
But my point being, by taking more estrogen,
She was a Nazi without girl parts.
like make things better for you. It doesn't seem
I mean,
like it does.
what
Because if it
does
did-
better mean? You know,
well, like testosterone will make us more ripped and horny, and
It makes us
feel
horny
better
too.
So more estrogen will make you more
Your
horny.
libido, it affects
Wait,
your libido, yes.
testosterone
No,
makes
no,
us horny?
estrogen.
I've always heard
But I
that
never hear women
estrogen-
taking more estrogen.
Yeah, well, it happens. Trust me. Go to a gynecologist.
You need estrogen to make that pussy wet.
Yep.
But maybe if your estrogen is low,
I heard
but
that-
like say even if your testosterone is normal, by taking more, you will get like you'll be able to get better muscles. Like
Yeah.
you'll burn fat. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like
you can
there's
also-
benefits.
you can also-
So women who are going through menopause can take more estrogen to relieve like those symptoms of menopause. So like hot flashes, vaginal dryness, chills, difficulty sleeping.
That's what I was
and
saying,
excess
but you guys all
sweating.
make. I said that not even
It's just
30
like general
seconds
health
ago.
for us.
And the
Correct.
only person that gave me love was Crystal Van,
And it
my
prote-
favorite person on the show.
It protects our bones. So really, like, it's not going to
Protects
be
your
like
bones.
a testosterone that, you know, you're not going to get ripped.
Estrogen,
or-
the
That's what
great
I'm-
bone protector.
Listen, typical of any male, female, you guys get all the goods, and we get all the shit.
nothing.
Yeah,
So
some
here-
guys
here-
had all the luck. Rod Stewart.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Here are the side
All
effects.
right, Dangerfield.
The side effects of too much estrogen, you crazy boys. Blood clots, cancer.
Wow.
Oh, so taking more actually
Hold on.
hurts you.
Did you hear? She just called us wild and crazy boys. We're the crazy
Wild and
boys.
crazy,
Hey,
yes.
welcome back to the new show. It's
So-
Tom and Dan, the crazy boys.
People who take estrogen may develop dense breast tissue.
Yo, dog, you got some dense ass breast tissue.
Correct. So.
The chat does want to remind us that we were supposed to be doing plugs at the top of the show. We went
We-
straight into
Too
estrogen.
much fun. Too much fun.
Anyway, check
Hey,
out
man,
the
they're
merch.
keeping
Hold
you
on a
check
second.
out
I can do
the
this.
merch.
Hold on a second. I can do this. When you take too much testosterone, you could blow all of your hair out, requiring what? Easy for me to say, plugs.
Oh, all right.
I thought you were going
did
to say
it.
a hat.
I did a hat.
Fun. Buy us a hat.
Buy a hat.
And also book artnd.com. if
Boy,
you
you're
want to go
really
to
pushing
Sanford.
that hellhole, aren't you? Jesus,
And I was there. It was nice. I
was nice.
I walked to this bar, got drinks, walked back in 2 seconds. I was like, this is awesome.
I got out of the shower. There was a glass of wine waiting.
Yeah,
for me.
This guy's horny. All comes back to horny.
You could probably yell your order off the patio, like off the porch, right? It's like I see the bartenders. Anyway,
I mean, we should be able to. figure out something. Couldn't Paul have a cart boy deliver booze to the Air T&D?
I mean,
for a nominal fee.
Also, get your Solar Bears tickets for October 23rd.
Yes. We'll all be out at the first game, and we're going to subsequent home games for the rest of the year. We'll be announcing those dates, but the first home game...
We're spending Thanksgiving there.
Yeah, Andrea's stoked. I've never seen my wife more excited to stomp on American tradition.
Because I feel like there's a lot of pressure on holidays and Thanksgiving and family stuff.
Yes,
why not do something fun?
Right.
Easiest yes she ever said. I said, hey, do you want to go to the Thanksgiving Solar Bears match or game? And she's like, absolutely, because you've always liked hockey.
It's on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna try and meet up with some listeners and do turkey
Sounds
sandwich
like early. It's like noon, so I feel like
tell them that if you don't want to hang out with your family, say, I've already got plans.
Yeah, and come hang with me and Andrea and Maisie, and we're all going there. And I don't know if Gringo's is open, but if they are, I'm eating Gringo's on Thanksgiving.
Or I'm getting some of that popcorn. That popcorn at the
mouth hugger on Thanksgiving.
Dude,
hell yeah!
I'm just telling you, it's a better way to live. And we've arguably we've made either Thanksgiving or Christmas kind of since my mom passed. We've always made the meal a little weird.
Yeah, it's not.
And,
and
this is super weird. Now we're going to a hockey game, so it's just more.
I'm just down to eat that cheese popcorn.
I know.
So the reason we're recording this Friday Free Show early is because we heard a couple months ago, was it 2 months ago?
Like 2 months ago.
Your brother was getting married after he ran the Ironman, and even more special, he's getting married to his fiance, who is also running the Ironman that day, and then they're getting married after. And
I can't believe they're getting married after doing that. They could barely walk.
The day after.
After they did Alaska, they could barely walk.
Mary said
they are tough as shit.
She doesn't think. I feel like, I think even Jetson would say that Mary's like the tougher of the two. Even though Jetson's super tough. I'm just saying she said that, she was all like, we're not going to walk as bad as we did in Alaska because you think about the cold there and everything, right? It's completely different.
Affects your bones.
But I feel like it's easier to walk after the cold.
I think
they're going to be running on lava.
I think that's true.
Well,
the heat relaxes your muscles, right?
though, maybe in Alaska,
I don't know.
I heard it's one of the hottest places to do these races.
Is.
But they did that Idaho one a couple years ago.
That's
it was
right.
so hot. So I think hopefully.
Anyway, we decided we have to go. Crystal
have to go to Hawaii.
It is. Well, it was
a damn good reason to go, though.
But also a stinger financially. To be honest, I'm not rolling that deep.
Because they gave you 6 weeks notice.
No, we didn't have time to. I wasn't going to go to the race. I would love to go see it, but that's a really long way to go, an expensive place to go to see a race. I could see one stateside. But then when they said they were getting married, I was like, okay, thanks, Jet. You're forcing me into an amazing vacation, and it'll be great. And we're going to stay with my parents' condo, so that's going to help a little bit. And, everything goes on a credit card, and we worry about it later.
Yeah. Like every Florida real man.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That's why you build good credit.
The Crystal mentioned the other day, when we're out there, why not renew our vows, right?
Oh my God!
And
really?
so
I'm all
I
for
know
that.
I talked about
This
that.
is our 15 year.
I definitely
Absolutely
think you
not.
gotta do it.
15?
No,
Sorry.
I definitely think you got to do it. And I think you gotta write your own vows. I think you got to dress.
Oh my God!
You got to dress like Moana, and you got to be Maui. Maui, you like the testosterone Maui,
and the boy's the heart of
Tafiki. Yeah, they can bring the heart of Tafiki out to both of you.
Oh my God!
I know which one the rooster is. He's not
going to say which one. He's going to haunt them forever.
Yeah, but the sad thing is that
and
I know. I know exactly which one the chicken is.
So
his name is Hey. Jesus Christ, guys.
Well, it's a pig and a rooster.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Well, first, do you remember what we even did for our original vows?
I have them somewhere. We picked the lesbian one.
Yeah.
I know that.
Is this the real wedding or the after wedding?
No, our real wedding on the boat.
The boat.
So, but did we say our own, or did we write our own, or did the captain just say?
The captain just did it.
He said the ocean one, right?
Oh,
There was
man.
the non-religious, your love is like starfish, or whatever.
That's the gay one.
They didn't. They didn't. Any religion.
It didn't have any gender mentioned.
It's either your love is like a clam. I know what that is. Or your love is like a starfish.
The
I know what that is.
non-religious one ones that he had.
Yeah.
It was like the captain comes down and says it is the like non-religious.
The captain was Mexican Daniel. I saw it.
I
He
had
was
the
a
guy
little-
that officiated ours like really go heavy on us to put something with God in it, and I was like, absolutely not.
No, really, you're trying to.
He went back and forth with us even to up until
Why
the
does he
day
care?
of. He was a minister.
Oh,
yeah. That's
it's weird that you got a minister. Just get a clerk of court.
The only fucking reason we did was because he played the harp, and Travis really wanted a harpist to play the music as we walked down the aisle, and we got him for a deal, a 2-for-1.
Your uppity husband and need his harp.
I like that move.
Yeah.
Well,
2-for-1.
Well, this leads me to
my harp.
Into what I wanted to talk about, because I suggest we're going to a wedding already, right? They're getting married after this Iron Man, and then I'm like, they hired the notary or whoever the hell.
Oh, I feel cringe coming.
And they have a lattice. I know why everybody's cringed about this, but I'm like, it makes logical sense to me.
You are so weird.
None of your logical
We all know. Everybody knows where he's going, right?
So,
Yeah.
so let's get there.
Is ratchet as hell.
I don't want to get there. I want to get out of the car.
I'm not even going to tell anybody. Like, me and the boys are standing there in our linen pants or whatever.
And you got to wear underwear because you can't have your ding dong flopping around. Please wear underwear.
Water runs dry.
And
Because you have a long one.
You're gonna have to get white underwear too if it's white linen pants.
Yeah,
because you can't have your Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah, this guy walks in here with his Austin Powers novelties on.
Yeah,
or
you'll see
something.
right through.
Yeah, can't be wearing that. What are the other ones you have? You have Shamrocks. You have some Guinness boxers.
No one will even know. I'll work this out. Like, I'll ask Jetson, like, hey, what's the number of the notary you're
Let me call and ruin your wedding.
No. I'm gonna call him and be like, hey,
nobody actually has. It doesn't have to be official. Anyone can renew your vows.
No, I don't know. I'm just gonna ask him who is doing your vow renewal, and then I'm gonna call that person and be like, hey, just after you do theirs, just stick around, give it like 10 beats so everybody
And
gets
then
out.
just point at us and go, you too.
And then we'll go run up there. They'll be taking the chairs out or whatever. We'll enter the lattice work.
Go.
And
That's not very romantic.
Yeah, what's the point?
The portal's still active. The portal's still active. Jump into the wedding.
And then I'm like, do ours real quick. Like, we'll do ours, get it done, and then
Quickie renewal.
I'm sure they'll hire a photographer. I'll even ask the photographer. I'm like,
No,
hey,
you can't piggyback on the photographer.
Well, he's already going to be there.
This is why, you know what? You're giving the listeners the answer they knew you were going to give, and you're making them sad.
No, but it makes perfect sense because then they all make a couple $100, and then we save an insane amount of money trying to do.
But you're cheap. I mean, I know you're cheaping out on that. That's what the whole thing is.
No,
but then
they're
you're
not
making it not
cheaping
special.
out. They're going to Hawaii for Christ's
You're
sake.
taking away from their wedding.
You're taking away.
Yeah.
It's like proposing to somebody at a wedding or proposing
can't
to
do it.
somebody.
What did I say? I said this earlier today. That was my example. Was like you wait until somebody got married and then you go, well, now that we're all together, I'm going to ask Andrea to marry me. Don't steal the shine.
Now
man.
it's about you.
I'm not going to do it before. Like
No, but it's even after.
Actually, I like that better. Do it
And no one
before.
even knows.
So you're
not
just
gonna
get the
do
head
it at
start.
all.
You're just vow renewing for each other. Like nobody else is going to be there.
No, it would just be us, and I don't even know if we're going to do it. We're probably not. No, we're not going to do it. That's absurd.
You guys should
But it's
do
just-
it. They have
we
this
can,
new
right
thing where
there,
they'll renew
$100.
your vows while you're inside your wife doing tantric moves.
On a volcano.
They say that there's nothing more romantic than having to say your vows while you're inside your partner.
I'm not against the vow renewal, but just not at the same time.
I am. I said
there.
it once. If you don't believe it that time, then fuck off. I'm done. I'm out.
No.
I said it one time.
I'm a different
good.
person now than
I
I
know.
was 15 years ago, and so is he. So, like, we should.
Well, what if you get up there and you're like,
I'm better. I look better.
Extreme confidence.
you do look better. You're more successful.
I almost got 2 abs on the top.
More successful.
Yeah, I got more money.
You got more money.
right.
Well, you're using a lot of it, but you have.
How are you as a husband? Are you a good husband?
Well, I can argue that I was always the same.
Wait, but you're making this whole stance that you're better now.
Exactly.
I didn't get better or worse at being a husband.
Yeah.
It was
Alright.
just the same.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say that, right? I've never. It's not like it got worse.
Oh, I've gotten worse.
Like, have you?
I think I have.
His neuroses
I lost
have
my
taken
confidence.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I lost
What
my
is anxiety?
Every morning I wake up, I ask her, "Am I okay? Is this okay? Is that all right? Is this okay?" I'm like fucking
Sitting,
scared. little-
sitting, playing with the puppy, going.
Yeah. Well, when you
See, this is why you wanted to invite my wife in. So I'm sitting there. I'm having anxiety attack. I'm holding a fucking puppy. I'm barfing.
The cutest thing in the world, and he's still like anxiety. Like
once you start keeping your pee-pee bottles, you just keep more. you never like. Hey, no. I got less pee-pee bottles.
Yeah, hey, I got rid of 2 of them.
What does that mean? Yeah, what does that mean?
Howard Hughes. Once you go crazy, you go more crazy. It's not like you get less crazy. I know what he's saying. We have a love language.
Daniel knows. He got it.
This is my husband.
I'm
going to redo my vows.
Yeah, why don't you guys renew?
I'm crazy.
It doesn't get better. Like, oh, you know what? He's driving. He's flying a plane. Anyway, so let's now that my wife's here, let's talk about
her name is Crystal.
How did I save the house from getting flooded single-handedly
for hours?
You already told us this.
I heard she was out there too.
I gotta say it in front of my wife so that people hear, because all they hear on these wife casts are how horrible I am. And
I don't know. I feel like when I come in here, you talk about how horrible I am.
No.
Wait a minute. I feel like when you guys come in here, you talk about how crazy I am.
Who's worse?
This is like a world's worst edition of Clue.
All I'm saying
Poor
is
Andrea.
I just watch all y'all.
Yeah, she just goes home. She's like, well, I'm well adjusted. I'm fine. I'm organized.
Like, can we wrap this thing up? I got meetings.
I'm just saying that I bailed out the pool for 4 to 5 hours by myself.
Can I hear your side? Like, how nerve?
Yes, I would love it.
Okay.
So
now the problem. Okay.
Ooh, she's doing like the puppy.
Normally, we are the first to lose power of like the entire city. I don't know why, but somehow we kept our power through most of the night.
I know why.
So we had.
It starts with a C.
I don't know what you're.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, whatever. We kept our power. So for the first time ever in one of these big storms that we're always outside in the middle of the night bailing the pool out, we had power to be able to pump the water out to the street. What a blessing.
Should have pumped it down your toilet.
I know.
Could have saved yourself some time. That toilet that's right by the pool.
No.
Pump it, a hose through the window, right in the toilet, right by Max's little shiny butt.
Do you run a hose into the drain?
It goes to a storm drain. It goes to the street, basically, and then it ends up in the storm drain.
Should have put it in your toilet, apparently.
Yeah, I know. It goes underground.
No. God. Ever since you told me that, I'm horrified.
I had to start deleting emails. I'm just like, I don't want to get implicated in some sort of government scandal. Like, I didn't do anything. I didn't say nothing.
I'm horrified by how genius it is. No,
you're not horrified by how genius it is. You're actually upset that you didn't think to do it. It sounds like something you would do.
The hole is right there. I never thought pump your stormwater down the hole. Anyway, sorry.
Well, as TC sometimes does, it's fine. It's fine. Ooh. And he likes to sometimes take shortcuts instead of taking the hose off, putting the screw cap back on. He just left the hose on from the last time we pumped it out. And in that case, all the water drained out of all the pipes and the pump. So then when he turned the pump back on, it exploded.
Dry pump. Yeah.
Now
we have electricity and no pump. Because it burned up.
You can't have it all. Give to the Magi. Give to the Magi. I sold my pump to get you water. I sold my water to buy you
the reason why I was bailing was caused by me.
That's not so hero.
Okay, this isn't what we heard. Not fully. Not fully.
Even if you crash the plane and you help save everybody, then it balances out, right?
We got the pump story after he saved everybody,
but you crashed him.
And the pump just happened and
the pump blew early. It was only like midnight. And I mean, you
kind of told us, like, at least the way that I took it was that, and look, I'm trying to be neutral here, but it sounded to me like the pump, you were just trying to be more convenient by leaving it hooked up.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know. Like and hold on.
Save yourself a couple steps.
I turned it on with our phone, and then I left Chris outside. I'm like, let me know. And
your fault.
You're like, hey, smoking. And then I'm running outside. I'm buttoning my pants. I'm like, what?
I was jacking off.
I'm like, oh God, it stinks like a melted robot.
It really did.
What are boys doing?
Like metal was melting.
Asleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It smells like a melted robot.
So wasn't it making noise? I feel like you could have maybe turned it off once the grinding started.
Dude, don't.
I feel like by the time it started smoking,
in your valves. Put this in your valves.
Like it takes a while to burn out a pool pump, right? Like it was like it starts.
If it's dry, no.
You are my dry pump. You are my smoking robot.
Like
and I love you.
you could run a jet ski dry for a while before the engine melts.
Well, trust me, I've been riding a dry jet ski for the last 15 fucking years.
I was just saying, like, I think the pump will run for, like, how long was it running? It takes me a while to pee nowadays. So I was in there for a minute.
God.
Especially the storm. I'm wet.
Yeah,
It's already wet outside. And why couldn't you just peed outside?
Oh, my God.
Honestly.
Well, because, like, it was pouring.
Yeah, so what? You're already wet.
I'm with him. I want to get dry.
Well,
I don't want to stand in the pouring rain, pee in my pants.
This is before I was soaked. Anyway.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's keep going. So the gutter, we have a gutter problem too, right? Like we always have a flooding problem.
He told me
said he fixed that.
I was over there with the wizard, John, who hates being called the wizard. Sorry, John. And John, and I said, "Hey, this gutter," and you're like, "It's fine," and you're like, "I got it all fixed. It's all good to go." He did.
So he bought these metal things, these like
gutter guards.
Yeah, but they don't fit because our screen is here, and then the gutter is down, and then the roof is here. So like they just don't clip on like they're supposed to. So he's like, "It's okay. I just leaned them up against the screen."
The old lean up.
Lead up.
Well, there was no way to
Lean up.
They're supposed to clip in,
Lean
but
up.
they don't in the way that my gutter is engineered.
Yeah.
So I just
The
have to
angle
lean.
of your dangle is a little
Yeah.
different.
So in the
Yeah,
like
lean
in
it.
the middle of the night, I saw these white metal things flailing around outside in the wind.
Well, it blew off the roof.
Now I know why you put this on the list. It's because your story and her story are two complete different shows. If you
Not all
put
of
these
them.
shows side by side, they're completely different
Right.
movies.
They actually fell into the gutter.
Clogged the gutter. The exact opposite of what it's supposed to do.
It created a dam-like structure where all the leaves piled up against them, which caused me
Making the gutters weigh 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, and then overflow into the pool.
Right.
Which already had a problem.
Which like is overflowing onto our deck, and our house is only like an inch above the deck. So
My God, you're inside peeing.
Yeah. Well, then at one point I told you this. We panicked, and then I said I'm like, we're not. It's gonna go. It's
gonna blow. Every
get
time
all
you
the
guys
shit
do
out of
this-
here.
Every time you guys do this, I envision you on your sailboat in the Caribbean. Right? Remember, that was the dream. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but every time this
I'm a
happens,
young
We
idiot.
need to see the security
I
footage
close
of
my
this.
eyes and I think to myself, I'm like, they're on a boat, they're on
This
their
gotta
dream
be,
boat
right?
in the Caribbean in a storm, and this is what's happening.
Yeah. Well, no one to hear the tale because we'll be dead. Anyways,
Goddamn.
so I realized at one point, because the gutter guards and all of
buddy.
I realized that there's no more bailing. It's going to go no matter what. Like, we can't, it's flooding too much. I can't keep it out. So
you just were giving up at this.
Yeah,
we just moved all our furniture out of the two back rooms that are sunken.
Yeah.
We'll never go in those rooms again.
Which, by the way, why does the goddamn rowing machine have to weigh 800 pounds? Like,
I
why
don't
is it so
understand.
heavy?
The Peloton one is that heavy too, man. These things they're too heavy.
So
Make it light.
I'm picking it up in the middle of the night of the shoes and kicking the shoe falling out, and then putting it. By the way, my kids are asleep the whole time.
The irony of the
I
rower,
thought
you
you're
should
supposed
just
to
row it down the road.
like, what happened to helping your old man when the law
my
comes
God,
to
let
kill
him
you?
sleep.
Like,
No, let him sleep.
Like,
Aren't they usually up all night, you say?
I don't know, until there's something has to be done. I think they're pretending to sleep, honestly. Because the lights are on, I'm screaming. We gotta get this thing out of here.
It's different. My dad would have had me out there doing like
Not at 7.
I don't know.
This is so low.
I open the bottom cabinet and I see the sewing machine. And then I look over and I'm like, should we move this?
Right.
And then I had to move it. But then I thought, why? Like, if it does get flooded, no one will know. Sorry. Anyway, it's just a joke.
The needle broke.
I have a needle, man.
Those are hard to find, man. They're so
I
good.
have more needles. I have a sewing machine.
Anyway.
Oh, it's not. You're not.
It's all good.
You're gonna get punched in the face if
And
you said
then-
that. If I were sitting on the couch.
And then after the hurricane, it cleaned up the whole yard. Then I helped Crystal's mom with gas and her generator. I don't know, husband of the year.
That's pretty good,
all I'm
man.
saying.
Husband of the year.
So, how
hurricane
did you
husband?
bail water out?
5-gallon Lowe's bucket.
He was throwing it in the neighbor's yard.
Again, that's gonna take some points off of Hero.
I feel like I'm listening to a Seth
our yard, but
good story. It's actually a bad story.
Every good hero
the
has
sump pump was nearby. The only place because that, or I have to walk like a penguin over and then dump out.
Oh, the sump pump. Yes, he started yanking on the black cord or the black hose of the sump pump, and it disconnected underground from itself.
That's unfortunate.
Now also we lost the pump.
Double
Why
pumps.
were you yanking the cord? You don't have to do that.
He's shaking it around.
Well, because
he's like, it must be stuck. I don't know. And then it came
I'm going to
loose.
use my testosterone.
So now he's got to dig up the yard again.
Well, I gotta fish it through there somehow. I don't know.
No,
You gotta dig it up.
No, there's no way to dig it. I put a concrete over it. It's impossible to get to. Well, because it didn't seem like enough water was coming out, so I started yanking on it. Because I was in a goddamn panic. Once I burned the pool pump out, it was full blown. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna flood my house. And then I was like, oh, I didn't just do the flooding insurance. I'm gonna have to say this the rain caused
So
this.
2 days ago, we came over to your house, right, to see the puppy.
Yeah.
And
Dansby Dennis,
I
the
had
most
been-
hated dog by Mets fans.
I had been texting Andrea, like, okay, we're going to come over. I think it's just going to be us. TC wants to change the oil on the generator. We still didn't have power. And I'm like, TC, I was trying to be as calm as possible and as,
And
like not demeaning and rude.
And ask real questions.
Yeah, I'm like, so in light of all of the events that have taken place.
That is
A
rude.
series of unfortunate events.
I didn't say that to you. I'm saying it now to everybody else. But
It does
I
sound
just
very
said,
legal.
I just said, like, we don't have power yet. Like, could we just maybe wait and do that after the power comes back so we don't accidentally lose a piece? And then the nut fell down. I dropped it. I couldn't find
What does that tell
Okay,
you,
do you
Daniel?
want me to
You're
give you-
emotional.
Okay, I
that
am
tells
emotional.
you
So,
that
yeah.
it's
would-
like you are such a fool that you don't know how to do this correctly. You're
Well,
gonna ruin
I
it
mean,
like you ruin
honestly,
everything. That's all I heard.
You do that to me
everything.
because I get it.
I do ask Daniel questions.
But she'll say things like that. And what I heard was, hey, are you sure you want to do that? Because there have been instances in the past where you go to upgrade something or make something better by changing the oil. I know it's nothing but a positive choice, right? It's like, I'm changing the oil in the generator for my family to make the generator be more efficient and last longer.
But
I'm investing in my investment here, right? But valid point, did it need to be done then? Or were you only doing it because you constantly feel like if you're not doing something at all times that you have no value?
Yes,
Right?
Daniel.
Which is not the case. You're valuable.
No, well, just working. Get to work. Change the oil. Get out there, clean the goddamn gutters.
TC wanted to start the carburetor on one of the
Do it
kids'
now.
jet.
Do it now.
Four-wheelers was clogged or whatever. And he's like, I could do this myself. I could take it apart. I'm like,
Famous
oh my God.
last word.
And I said, TC, what's going to happen is you're going to do it. You're going to do something wrong. You're going to miss a step, and you're going to be mad at yourself after hours of work. And he's like, no, I'm going to watch a YouTube video.
People change. Different this
So
time.
then guess what happened? He did it all. He took it all apart. He put it all back
He
together.
talked to James, turkey
Talked
leg.
to James,
Yeah.
watched a video.
He
Doesn't
told-
start. And he's like, I think I put the thing back in upside down.
Which
Well, the problem is the goddamn videos, they're too long-winded. The nerd,
They are.
So he's
the
the
nerd real
important
man.
parts.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he's
There
like-
is-
You know
he's
you
like-
can watch it on like 2 times.
But can I help
Yeah,
you for a
but-
second?
But he's like, get
0.5.
the
Tom's right. The
napkins
best-
out and get the jars out to put your bolts in. I'm like, oh, get to it, old man. Oh my God, get to work. I'm drunk.
That's the answer. The best video online for my ruckus, I do all the repairs on my ruckus, is a deaf guy. Because he's not long-winded. He just shows you what he does.
Yeah, you told me about this.
Oh, this deaf guy.
We need this.
You find this Honda Ruckus if you ever have a problem with a Honda Ruckus, shout out to Seminole Power Sports. If you do get into trouble, you can take it to service department. But this deaf guy, he just shows you what he does, and his videos are like 3 minutes.
It's kind of like
6
IKEA
minutes.
directions.
Yeah.
You don't have to read.
It is better.
You know what happened is all like YouTube came out and then people started doing instructional videos because they're getting huge views, right? But then there's after you do the 10,000s how to change your oil on the generator instructional video, you start getting I'm going to be more entertaining. So you start adding in things that don't need to be added in.
Graphics.
Yeah. And then
I'm going to tell you the history of the Honda 817 engine. This thing's been around since the 70s. Nobody cares, old man. I'm trying to
That's
fix
not why I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm in an emergency situation.
But they do that. He's right. It'll be like, I'm going to tell you about these gutter guards. Now, these were invented by Jonathan Thompson out of Leesburg, Florida in
they're trying
1960.
Because they're trying to be more entertaining than the other guy that's on YouTube.
And the longer people watch.
Yeah. And then there's an algorithm, and it's like, I need to get, and then they're like, push like.
So did you ever, and you came over because I said, tell him he can come watch football, and that got him out of the house. But did you ever change the oil after you went home?
Yes. I got home, and then, because the problem was that I never changed the oil for this damn 6-year-old generator or whatever. And I started thinking, I was like, I don't think I've ever changed the oil. And then when I was checking it, it was low and like black as night.
It was black.
Which I was like,
Midget Mac, low and black as night.
Which I was like, I don't think it's supposed to be this way. And then also, I started looking up some information. They're like every 50 hours. I was like, it's been longer than that.
Is that your math noise?
Well, this is the problem because inevitably the generator seizes, and then the story is I never changed the oil and I seized the generator. And now we're buying a new one.
Can you see where she would be concerned that the story would be he went to change it, he lost whatever plug, he lost the cap, and now
it burned up.
He was tipping the generator over, like the oil thing was open, and then he didn't feel like it was coming out fast enough.
Well,
he picks it up and tips it sideways, and then something started dripping from another corner of the generator, and I'm like, "There's something just
that's speed draining."
It drips.
It's a different technique.
That's the drippy corner.
Yeah, you can't wait for the oil to come out. You're not supposed to put a pan under and just let it go. You're supposed to violently.
Oh, by the way, I put
Shake it out.
I put a Tupperware, just what I found in the kitchen.
Yeah, I put anything under there. Don't talk to my garbage bin. I throw batteries away. I throw motor oil. I throw everything.
Now
away.
I got a Tupperware of oils just sitting there in my garage.
I have 20 in my garage. 20 of them in the garage.
Yeah.
And once a year, I put one in the garbage, and I find it. They put it back, and I sneak it back in there. And they put it back.
Anyway.
What are you supposed to do with it?
You have to take it to the dump.
I think
That's
you're
so
supposed to.
far away. Why don't they make a dump closer?
I always thought.
Because I don't want to live amongst the dump.
I don't want to live.
I always thought that we should be able to just dig a hole and put our trash in it.
That's the dump.
Why don't we just flush it down the...
I call it the trash hole. Why not?
Just put it down the toilet.
Yeah.
So
Actually, that's not a bad idea. What would happen? I'm not saying anybody should do this, and I don't want any more unsolicited phone calls from OUC.
Hey, we're in the clear. I got the message.
Are you like? Would they know if I got 20 Honda Ruckus oils in my garage? If I just started once a week, put one in the toilet,
it would sludge us
and then just acted like nothing happened, would I eventually have a problem?
The other day, you clogged the toilet and it overflowed, and Maisie started freaking out that it was going to flood in our
house. Because the turds were floating around in there. There was loose ones.
And I had to run and get the plunger, and Daniel's plunging, and then finally it goes down. So if you throw motor oil in there...
Tell them about my plunge, my perfect plunge.
It was like...
I went in there. I clog the toilet a lot. I take big beer can shits.
Oh my god! And he does a courtesy flush, like
I don't
mid-flush.
I don't courtesy flush, and I sit there for.
You don't courtesy flush?
I do not.
Do you just load the toilet paper?
I put 8 billiards
loads on loads.
I put 8 full billiards balls full of
My
paper
children
and poop.
do that.
I put it all in there, and then I flush it as a gamble. I'm a gambling man. Tom gambles on the sports book. I gamble on the toilet, and I flush it, and it doesn't go down. Well, this time everything went in, but then the water started rising, so it wasn't as gross.
Well, and then I go in there to go to the bathroom, and then I try to flush, and that's when it starts coming. And
by the way, the rule on that is whoever. The rule on that is if you flushed it, you're the one that fucking clogged it. That's the rule.
Well, I did run and go get the damn plunger.
So it went all the way to the top, and I swear to God, it had a meniscus like you're in science class. You could see the water edging out. The surface tension of the water was the only thing holding the water in the top. Oh, we're going to get doo-doo water on the floor. And I slipped the plunger in there like so delicately, like easily. Like you guys had your mouths, or you were like, this is like watching an Olympic athlete. And I put it on there, and I was like that, like real fast. And then went
the 1-inch plunge.
The 1-inch plunge. That's the name of the show. And then it went.
We have a special plunger too, because this has happened before. It's not the regular, red one. It's a black one.
The red one is for sinks, and the black one's for turds.
What?
Yeah, the slinky black one, right?
The red one is for
not
your
a
sink.
It's a black. Bell with a smaller thing right here.
The red one is a kitchen
there.
sink plunger, and the black one with the yellow handle, that's for emergencies. That's for doo-doos.
I thought you were talking about the one with the it's the black plunger with the
accordion.
The accordion at the end, where it's like a full-blown...
No, this one has the dome, and then it has an extra little piece that comes out.
Like a lip.
Like a lip, and then you put the lip down in there, and you just give it the 1-inch plunge, like you said, and it'll go...
What? I've never heard of this before.
That noise.
Well, we're on the second floor.
I never heard that there was a plunger for a sink.
Yeah, because like the red one is got only 2 uses. The red one is for a kitchen sink or for a trumpet player that uses a mute. Like wah, wah, wah.
Well, every time TC clogs our kitchen drain by throwing too much food down there, we have to call Emerald Plumbing out. And they come out and they unclog it for us.
Dude, they've told me.
One time.
I didn't realize.
I was like, God damn, how many times have you
and now
clog up the sink?
It's happened at least twice. At least twice.
Well, now we go. Okay, hold on. Let's
I would just like to tell both of you, as our wives, that we do not deliberately make these shows turn into. He said they're always like we get you guys in here, and then we just start like yelling at each other about all the shit we do.
Do you know what you are not supposed to put in the? Emerald schooled me on it last time.
No,
Andrea,
it's conservative.
Is it plastic baggies?
No, I don't put a plastic baggie down there.
Labels from the bottom of.
Oh, you could put some labels and fruit labels.
I do fruit labels too. I'm with you on that
Paper,
one.
it'll do paper.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't break down.
Paper gets wet.
Eggshells is a myth too. You can put anything down there. So one time.
And also, Eric is listening to this. He
puts it down right before he finishes doing the dishes. So then the water turns off and it just sits there and expands slowly.
Oh my God.
That's like a lawyer telling you, "Oh, don't do that. You'll get sued." I'm like, yeah, well, that's everybody in your world sues everybody.
Well, you've had to have Emerald come out, so there's a problem.
That's all they see. But yeah,
what is the point of a garbage disposal if you can't put everything down?
It's called garbage disposal.
I put. What do I put down there? I put garbage. I don't like labels and rinds or like don't put eggs down there. Well, it's fucking garbage. What do you want me to put down there?
Just like a light mush disposal.
Why? Yeah, exactly.
It's called a fucking garbage disposal.
I can only put cheese in it, or no, you can't even put cheese in it.
They don't want cereal, no rice.
No, then rice.
They don't want stuff that later expands in the pipe.
No,
I put rice, and that's what clogged us all
There's
up.
no goddamn blades in there. I feel it in my hand.
The blades don't get rice.
Right, like what happens behind the blade?
Sometimes
there's a pipe that's this big.
Sometimes I stick my hand in there and I feel the blades, and the blades are like they feel rusty, but I don't think they are, but they're dirty or something. And I'm feeling the blades, and I think to myself, if you just turn this motherfucker on, it'll be a better life. You think how much sympathy you'll get if you gnarl your hand off?
Don't. I think about it every time. Every time
I do too.
I think about doing
always
it.
Thinks about it.
I'm like, that will save the show. I like you got to gnarl your hand.
When you're standing on a cruise ship and like you have this urge to jump off.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I'm just saying, there's blades, and then it's a goddamn drain. It chops it up down the drain,
and it goes. It
anyway,
fails too much to be. I don't even want one now. Like garbage disposals are shit.
By the way, now because it had clogged one time,
2 times $500,
and then Emerald told my wife, they're like, "Oh, you're not supposed to do that."
I'm surprised you didn't try to fix that yourself.
I have.
Oh, I did.
I couldn't. I had the wrench. You buy the special wrench.
Oh, yeah.
I could have saved you some time. Yeah.
No, I know. It was more than that.
It was a clog. He just
Way
kept
down.
running
No,
the
this
water.
was like a knuckle wrench. You put it on there, and you put your hand down there, and you lock it into place, and then you got to slowly turn it, and disengages the blades.
There's a whole thing. Anyway, I watched the YouTube video too long. Anyway,
so need to find a deaf guy with a garbage disposal.
So now we can't use the garbage disposal.
That's what you do.
We have a mesh drain catcher that all
pussy.
the food catch, and then it clogs instantly, and then I have to take the disgusting mush at the bottom and then dump it out in the fucking trash, and then put it back. It just collects instantly, and then I'm mad because I'm like, "What's the disposal for?
That's right.
It's got a blade. It chops this shit up."
It
and by
does
the way, when Crystal's not looking up, I'm stuffing everything down there, I'm chopping, and it works
So
fine.
my grandpa, when we were growing up, would cut the top off of a milk jug and stick that just in the sink because they didn't have a disposal. So as he's doing it, he would.
What do I look like, a fucking pioneer? I'm not cutting a milk jug and dumping sludge
and then at the end of the night,
Polish.
then you want me to walk into the outhouse, wipe my ass with
pour it into the trash? No, because that's easier than.
Maybe later some revenuers are trying to chase me off my property.
What's it have a chopper for? It's down there chopping it up.
I
feel it with my hands.
Okay, is there a high octane like a Vitamix?
I don't know.
It's not
Y'all
about
need
the
to talk
disposal. It's not about the disposal.
It's about the pipes.
It's about the pipes.
I don't care about the pipes.
So the
Get
disposal,
bigger pipes.
Our clogs have never been related to the disposal. It's never been clogged in there. It's clogged down the line.
Yeah, where they got to snake it.
The disposal just sucks the stuff into the pipe. So now if you have like paper, labels, and pasta and rice,
I think Daniel wants a better point before it gets into the pipe.
Yeah.
So the
chop that shit like a Vitamix and get that thing into make it water
smoothie.
again. Yeah, make it a smoothie and suck it on out of there.
Yeah, okay. Well, that I don't know, but the plumber who was over last time said, "I think you're under some misconception about what the disposal does."
This is really.
I'm always under misconception about everything.
This is actually. Oh, you can only use this for wet Cool Ranch Doritos. Nothing else. That's it.
No, probably that would
Probably
expand.
not. That expands.
I don't even know what to put
So
in there now.
what can you put down?
Well, you can't put rice because I'm the one that ruined the last thing because I put. We had Maisie's favorite food is rice, so I put maybe 9, and we live in Asian town. I put 9 metric tons of rice. And I'm like smelling all the rice,
chopping it.
And I'm a baby. And what did I like to do as a kid in the kitchen? I like garbage disposal. Why? Because it's basically a saw. It's an electric saw for food.
This is what it says. What can you put down the garbage disposal? Soft or liquid foods?
Then why have it better than that? A drain.
You can put water down there.
It says a general.
Stupid.
If you can feed it to your baby, you can put it down the garbage disposal. Mini
I don't have a
solids.
baby.
It's not a baby. It's a goddamn chopper. You know what I'm saying? I don't reach down there and feel a baby's mouth.
Yeah.
I feel multiple blades. I'm just saying. What are the blades for if it can't handle more than a baby can handle?
Vegetables without peels.
I gotta
or
peel
fruits.
them? No, I'm not peeling the vegetables.
It can also go
Oh, wait,
into the
is it
appliance.
lettuce? Didn't I do lettuce and they got mad at me? They're like, you can't do lettuce.
No,
I'm like, that's
cereal.
the weakest. That's the pussy-ass vegetable, right? Lettuce is the weakest of vegetables.
You should be able to put
It says do not treat it like a trash can. It's misleading name
Well,
being
then-
called a garbage disposal.
Then they should have just called it not as good as a drain.
Yeah.
Because a drain, I could put a full grape down a drain.
It does say you can put fruit pits, probably because it could chop it up. Corn,
they don't-
cobs, vegetable scraps, cooked meat, small bones, leftovers.
Small bones?
Wait a
A baby? I can't put a potato peel down there, but I can put down some bones?
I don't get it.
This goes under my Daniel. Yeah,
Do not put eggshells.
I pick the things I shit on carefully, and one of the things I shit on is beer can chicken because it's bullshit. The whole idea of beer can chicken. Look it up. All you dumb rednecks that think it's a bullshit. Garbage disposal is bullshit. It's just straight bullshit. Don't even get one. Just make a bigger hole and put grapes down there, 2x4s, whatever you want to put down there.
Make the holes bigger. We have too many clogs.
Our holes are too small.
Seriously, what? I mean, I would pay a little extra if they're building my house. Like, put some bigger pipes in there.
Yeah, you
It's like
remember?
big
I'm an old man.
Right?
Yeah.
Can they put big pipes?
I'm the oldest person here. Remember when soda cans had a tiny little opening and you'd open your soda and you'd be sipping in a tiny opening? But then somewhere along in the late 90s, early 2000s, they made it every soda has a wide mouth. Like that's big. I'm an old man. You guys don't remember this.
No.
But sodas used to be the opening was about as big as a quarter.
It was like a teardrop.
Yeah, it was tiny. You'd go to get a drink, you'd be like, God, come on, come out of there. Yeah. But now it's a big mouth, right? Everything's a big mouth. Just do the same thing. We're fat, we're big, we got big assholes, and you guys make the toilets bigger, but you can't make the garbage.
I unfortunately have to go. I hope you can continue this garbage talk. But
What do you mean by that?
Toilet talk.
yeah.
What do you mean by that?
No, I
You
just
going to see my best friend? Oh, I have to play one voicemail for you before you get out of here. Hold on. I got to play this because I would never be. It would not be the same unless I played this. Hold on. I got to find it. This is for Andrea to make you sad.
As a Mets fan, but still a Tom and Dan fan. And man, that dog is cute, but fuck Dansby Swanson and fuck Dansby Dennis. All these fucking home runs. Fuck off.
Oh, he sounds drunk.
Well, we
and
swept
high.
the Mets, so as soon as she got that dog, and we do have to go to break because I came in late on this one. We do. If this might be a nice place to transition, if you want to. But as soon as she got that dog, Dansby Swanson, the player he is named after, has gone on a tear.
3 home runs.
And he is the reason that we beat the Mets. So all the Mets fans that listen to the show,
Mad at Dansby.
oh, they hate that dog. Bye, baby. I love you.
See ya. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. I've got a couple other things. You'll like this one about house maintenance.
You're gonna like this.
And then we'll do some voicemail and email. Can you stick around, baby?
Yeah. Can you plug something real quick while I get a song?
If you want to book our Airbnb in Sanford, it's bookairtnd.com. We've got a bunch of new merch on the site. Tom and Dan straw hats for kids. Whatever.
Yeah.
If you want to buy or sell your house, or if you're looking for a property anywhere in Florida, because the Bart Merrick team can refer you to an agent outside of the Central Florida area. Talk to them, but yeah, call up Crystal. What's your cell phone?
407-865-3863. I love pictures of your pets.
Okay. Concerned for a second. Okay.
BartTheRealtor.com.
Yeah, Bart therealtor.com. This is No Win from the Dodger Stadium album. I'm trying to tie it all in. The name of the song is Hit the Line. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time momentarily. Sport Mitsubishi, Sport Subaru, and our good friends at Don Mealy Chevrolet, they want you to know that if you listen to our program, if you're a BDM member, if you support us, that they want to support you. But you got to get in their email box. You got to get in front of them. You got to let them know that you listen to us.
Well, I saw a message on social media the other day asking, like, who's the contact at Sports Subaru again? Yes. It's Mike Stacks. And Michael Stackowitz, we call him Mike Stacks.
I thought he got in trouble. You were yelling at him.
No.
Michael Stackowitz.
He's on the BDM page, but ask for Mike Stacks at Sports Subaru, Sport Mitsubishi. He will hook you up. He knows Tom and Dan listeners. He'll give you the best experience possible, that VIP treatment. Same thing at Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont. Talk to JC Harrelson. He is the sales manager over there.
He'll track you down a vehicle.
He will get you that Corvette, that Silverado that you're looking for. My wife got her Chevy Traverse from them.
Both of her Chevy Traverse.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah. She actually got the first Chevy Traverse pre-owned at Sports Subaru, which was funny. they had it there, because they have pre-owned. They have a bunch of different brands.
And you've been working with them for a minute, and they've always treated you well, and that's her favorite car. But yeah, if you want that Silverado like Tom has, but some of you guys, I see you with your BRZs. I see you out there with your WRXs and your awesome Subarus. Mike Stacks is going to handle you on that end. One of my favorite cars, they don't make them anymore, but man, I still wish they made those Mitsubishi Eclipse.
Oh, yeah.
Give me one of those, and I'll start smoking cigarettes again.
And the greatest thing is they're not going to sell you a car above MSRP because cars are hard to find. Yes. Other dealerships do that, and the Don Mealy Group said they're not doing above MSRP. So you could.
They definitely can't do it now because they said they weren't going to do it.
Yeah. You have the peace of mind. It's like, all right, I'm not going to be underwater as soon as I buy this car. And
phrasing. Phrasing.
So it's Sport Subaru, Sport Mitsubishi in the heart of Orlando, right across from the fairgrounds on West Colonial. Also, Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont. Go talk to them. Talk to our contacts.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Our Bad Business Beer Fest is back. It's November 18th.
Yeah.
And then Sofa and Suds is the 19th. But
it's November 19th.
Go! I thought it was the 18th.
It's the 19th.
No.
It's Saturday.
No, I've been
Friday.
saying 18.
No.
Okay, I've been saying 18 more than you've been saying 18.
19th, then Sofa and Suds is
the 20th. Okay. I remember 19th. I was like, is that Sofa and Suds or is that Beer Fest? Anyway, they're back to back. Saturday's Beer Fest. It's a free beer fest. Just show up around noon to get your sample cup. All you need is to be 21 and up.
Mm-hmm. Bring a friend.
And
bring a friend.
Yeah.
Share the event page.
We have plenty of sample cups to give out. We've got over 40 breweries at this point. Oklahoma Stackhouse is playing.
All the horns, full band.
And it's going to be, food trucks out there. We're going to have a Tom and Dan section, our merch section. CBE group is out there.
What if I want a commemorative full pour cup?
That is being sold at the Yellow Brick Road tent.
Okay.
And this year, the full pour cup is going to come with a beer that Juan's going to pour for you. So
pretty awesome.
You'll get the full beer and the full pour cup.
Juan's pouring?
I don't know if he's going to do it.
Did you just volunteer?
Well, he's going to be out there. I don't know if he's going to do
stuff like that. People will do it.
They will.
They don't want to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
You're like, do that.
And that's going to be for sale at noon as well. So, and all that goes to Yellow Brick Road Foundation. And then the next day is Sofa and Suds, Sanford Couch Races.
Yes. Will Dansby Dennis be out there? Possibly, if he has all of his shots. Yeah. Somebody in the chat room asked.
It's dog friendly, of course, Sanford.
Yeah, bring your dogs as long as your dogs are friendly. And I would also say as long as they have all their shots, because that's the responsible thing to say.
So, Daniel, the house on the corner of my neighborhood that the old man was washing his tarps?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, because
I like that house because I like it up on the hill. And it was for sale, was it?
Yes,
not?
it's sold.
Oh, because I was like, that's a cool ass house.
So this guy, the old man who lived there, the previous owner, would Daniel liked him because he'd bring his tarps out.
He'd fold them.
And then wash them with a hose. Let them dry
in the sun.
Fold them back. That was part of his maintenance routine, right?
I liked it.
These people meticulously maintained their yard.
Yeah,
They were out there every single day.
It was
taking sections of the yard and plucking every little
I hope
thing.
that wasn't one of the ones that you let your kids roll around in the grass.
No, the grass you can roll in the grass.
It looked like Legos. It was nice. And the tarp thing
it's not begonias, it's St. Augustine. Hardy.
The tarp thing, it's a joke to Tom. It's not a joke to me. I like it. He's fucking around, but why not? I guess you could buy a tarp every year, or you could pressure wash your tarp clean, let it dry in the sun, and then fold it up.
Pressure wash it.
He used a stubby pressure washer with a white nozzle, and he was, hitting
They're meant to be dirty.
So my point being, and I'm glad Crystal mentioned that the guy's yard was meticulous, because we drove by the other day, and then a pine tree fell down because of the hurricane, is leaning against another tree or whatever, and she made mention, she's like, man, it's such a shame. The new people who bought the house don't maintain the yard as meticulously.
Well, it's a flipper.
Okay,
so they don't care.
As the old man that used to live there, right? Because his yard, you could see some weeds growing up,
Did he die?
The bushes. No, he just sold it. He
just moved on.
And so
he's in Key West now with his ding dong out.
My point being, I'm like, yes, it takes a lot of work to maintain your yard and make it look beautiful. And
so you are the old man?
Well, I'm just saying, because I don't hear very much about how every day we get home. And I don't hear comments about how great our yard looks.
Well, that guy didn't have kids that wanted to spend time with him.
There's that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it takes sacrifices.
That is
you
true.
can't do it all.
Yeah. George Washington was out there, fighting on the battlefield. I'm sure his kids are at home, sewing a flag with Betsy Ross. I don't know how the history works. But I'm just saying.
He was fighting the Redcoats.
Yeah, he's fighting the Redcoats, the British.
He's hanging out playing with his kids.
Beating some British ass,
It's like some sacrifices had to be made. I'm just saying.
Some gave all. That's
to have a beautiful backyard, you can't be, 100%. There's only so much time. That's all.
Papaya tree went down pretty early.
It did. I don't even think there was a storm yet. It was the storm. There's a hurricane coming, and the papaya tree was like, "I'm out."
I don't know. I don't know if it was planted properly.
It was top heavy.
Somebody wasn't picking the fruit.
What's that mean?
You gotta pick the fruit.
You gotta pick the fruit.
Yeah, man. What kind of maintenance are you doing out there?
Yeah, dude. Why aren't you picking the fruit?
I was planning out tricking my sons to think I had magical powers. I had this whole thing. I was going to get a fire extinguisher and then make it blow out of the bushes.
Oh my God!
What?
To be in your brain. You're just as crazy as me, man.
No. I was going to hire
This
Remy
show proves it.
Or
hire Remy for what?
Yeah, there's a storm coming. This dude's trying to figure out fire extinguisher magic.
No, he was Remy will hide in the bushes and then
don't do that.
No,
he already got arrested for that.
No, I'm just saying, and then when I eat the papaya, I'm gonna be like, I feel it, and then I'm gonna go, yeah, and then Remy will shoot the fire extinguisher out of the bushes, and my sons will be like, oh my God, they'll think.
And then Remy leads up like, is that good, boss?
And then they'll think,
shut up, you idiot.
I have magical powers. Anyway, so I left the fruit on and then it fell over. So, all right. Last thing I had on my list is there is a dog that's terrorizing the neighborhood, right? And it's eating the cats.
Eating them?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm not sure if it's actually. What kind of dog is it?
Physically,
you guys honestly live in
swallowing them. It kills them good though. I don't think it eats them. It just shakes them.
It mauled. You guys heard about Dirty Woods Cat? It mauled Dirty Woods Cat to pieces.
It killed the eyeball cat?
No, that one died.
That's Mambo Eye.
That was Scary Kitty.
Yeah.
So how many
that died of eye cancer or
how many
something.
different feline AIDS cats do you guys?
Oh, the whole
army.
They fight the raccoons.
Yeah.
They keep the raccoons
friends.
It's like Game of Thrones. It's like you got the wildlings, and then you got the ice
It's
cats,
like the warriors.
Yeah, it's like
the elves.
I would be fine with it if the cats fought off the raccoons, because then I'd be like, all right, that's fine.
We haven't had raccoons in a while.
No, they're still they're in the backyard.
They're just waiting for the hurricane.
I got the blinking
They're eating the papayas.
Okay, Chris also. I got these blinking red eyes. that I have to screw into my friends everywhere.
Yes.
It's
You
like
got
a
a
little,
haunted house eye?
it's like a little black.
These aren't for haunted house. These are
I know.
these are like legitimate.
It said, I bought them on Amazon. They said they scare away, like, they have a whole, like, goddamn line of animals all the way up to, like, Cro-Magnon man.
All different kinds of eyes?
No, like, all they're
Make
like,
sure you buy the correct eye to scare the animal you want to scare.
They have a
I
bunch
have cheetah
of.
eyes everywhere. Cheetah eyes.
They're supposed to scare deer, moose, all like.
What? So the animal sees. He's like, wait a minute, what kind of fucking eyes are those? That they can't.
I'm not scared of those eyes.
He's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I think those are raccoon eyes.
It's solar powered.
Coyotes, skunks, raccoons.
Yes!
You
deer.
bought solar-powered coyote eyes, and you didn't tell me?
They're
Dude, you've been hiding. He's been
They
hiding.
even have little ears on them.
Yeah, the plastic. It's molded like a cat or some shit.
so trashy shit.
Yeah, it's literally called Magic Cat Solar Animal Repeller.
Yeah. And then
It's so cute.
I thought the
You are
eyes.
Castleberry Tiger King.
I thought the eyes just stayed red. Like I thought they were just going to be red, but they blink fast. When I was
Yeah, so how are you supposed to scare if the eyes are just blood red? They're like, oh, that's an inviting, nice pair of red eyes.
Well, the problem is now I got blinking dots everywhere.
Like,
all over
It's
the
like Ibiza.
And our yard at night is like a party.
It's
Like,
like Electric Daisy Carnival.
Yeah, because I put the lights. I thought the lights would scare the raccoons.
Yeah.
They don't even blink.
And
Like,
you're out there in
they don't
tiny
flinch.
shorts twirling in the light.
They just walk slowly if the lights come on, and I see the
Raccoon disco.
okay, you could approach a raccoon with like a broom, and it's not going to scare the raccoon. So why would you think like a pair of blinking lights is
You have to
gonna
put the
scare
lights on the
them?
broom.
It
You have to
says-
put the lights on the broom.
It says it on Amazon.
Okay,
It says, there's
what's
a picture.
the name of the company? Is it
Wait a minute.
Shinzu or?
Did you buy these?
Magic Cat.
Did you buy these?
What's the name of the company? Shinzu Okawawa. That's how it sounded. It sounded like my pop-up. That's what it sounded like.
These goddamn Chinese coon scaring lights are made from Shinzu Nakamoto.
Anyway, so
I
they don't work. God damn it! They just walk right
course
past.
they don't work.
I see them, and then I put one, and it doesn't get enough light.
Yeah, so it's like it looks like a sick. It looks sick.
It's slow blinking.
Yeah,
It's like think,
it's a fat raccoon.
it's like think, and then it.
Nothing on Amazon works.
Anyway,
Well, what are you trying to scare now? What's the, new?
raccoon.
the raccoons out of because they
Well, wait a minute.
come through
She
the yard.
said-
They poop in my yard.
She said that they're gone. You said like
So,
that
back
there's
to
a
the dog.
new dog
No,
terrorizing
so yes.
the neighborhood and eating the
yeah.
cats. I think you got a chupacabra.
Have you seen the dog?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The neighbor caught it on a Ring doorbell. By the way, my wife
okay.
tried to show me. She's like, "Do you want to see the video of the dog killing a cat?"
You wanna see-
Well, I'm like,
yes.
"No, I don't want to see that. Why would I want to see that?"
Look at it and understand who the enemy is.
No, I was like,
Does anyone know whose dog it is?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My mom marched over there the other day.
Oh, okay.
Because the dog apparently has like chased my mom walks the dog.
Is that Monster Energy Jeremy's dog? I don't give a fuck. I'm Monster Energy Jeremy.
My mom walks her dog, and the cat her cat walks with them. So like the cat and the dog.
Okay, hold on.
It's so cute.
I love this.
It's so cute. They walk
This
together.
neighborhood is insane.
It's crazy, dude.
They walk and then
Bananas. You got you on a one-wheel drunk. There's cats walking with dogs and raccoons with light up eyes. Fucking Ibiza club.
my mom goes walking with her dog on a leash, and then the cat comes along, and everybody in the neighborhood thinks it's so cute, including the owner of this
I think it's
dog.
cute. I think
It's so cute that the cat goes walking.
I think
Yeah,
it's
Monster Energy Jerry, his pit bull gets out and it's just killing cats left and right.
Oh,
But
man.
it doesn't kill the raccoons though.
Goddamn, Lesnar got out. That's my dog, Lesnar. He's
Yeah.
named after Brock Lesnar.
And so
He's killed 3 cats so far, and I saw the girl who lives behind him. Her puppy was killed, but I don't know what killed it. I didn't want to ask.
I can't come to your neighborhood with Dansby.
I didn't want to ask, but the dog is out all the time, and like the fence is broken, and the guy won't fix it, and
I don't do anything but train MMA.
and then he said. My mom went marching over there the other day, and she screamed at him. She said for 10 minutes, she screamed at him, and she said, "I have never yelled at anybody like that since your father." So I was like, "Oh, it must have been bad, Mom."
This is a juicy show. This is a juicy
But
show.
anyway, the guy said he's trying to give it to the pound, and the pound won't take it
Because it kills everything in the pound.
because they're full.
I'm pretty sure that's not how it
Why
works.
is he trying to give it?
Because I don't know, it's like not his dog; it's
I rode
like his
to the
dad's
pound.
dog.
I said, free dog pound. They said, fuck you.
Yeah, but
But it's sad because it's not
that is sad. Yeah,
the dog is like a sweet dog. Like he'll come and
sweet.
It's a killing machine.
bloodthirsty killing machine.
It's killed 4 cats. It killed a puppy for Christ's sake.
Right, but like,
it's a sweet dog.
Yeah.
he comes up and he just wants pets, but he's like wild.
killing stuff.
Wait, shake Tommy around. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. If we got the chance.
Yeah, no, that's a concern.
Yeah.
But
Although
it's sad that you're going to just abandon your responsibility and take it to the pound because you're not doing what you should be doing.
You
got to
do it. I'm sorry, you got to handle business. So you got to go out there with a Louisville Slugger.
Well, I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah.
But
You're not going to rescue this dog, Tom?
Rescue it. He doesn't need a home. He needs a home in heaven. It's bye-bye.
I'm sure. You put it in a junkyard, right? They got
so
that,
you got to find the right area for it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
aren't there some islands now in Florida that are uninhabitable because of the way we flooded?
There's like 10,000 junkyards in Titusville, right?
That's a Natalie Merchant band, 10,000
Someone in the chat says that the man is lying because Seminole County Animal Shelter cannot turn away animals, and he knows because he works there on his free time.
They're like vampires. Can't turn them away. Damn it, we can't turn it away.
Well, if you call animal services and say that there's a loose dog, they have to come get it, right?
Yeah, but then they euthanize it, and then it's on my hands that I called.
And I respect
my
that.
wife.
That's not the way you live.
It's I know where the dog lives. I'm not going to secretly get it taken away.
Crystal's such an animal lover that she is the guy that was videoing those bears
and was eating them.
Yeah, and then let the bear slowly eat them and he was like, "I'll take it."
You don't want to be the guy. You don't want to be.
That's what happened.
That's not you.
Yeah, it's like I shouldn't have been here.
Now, are you saying this for me to call?
I'm in the bear's territory.
Are you saying this for me to call so it's not on your conscience?
No.
Because I will call.
No, the neighborhood is on alert.
Last thing I want to talk about. So last night, we mentioned this earlier, but Max rode my one wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And
got a little video of it.
My dream is almost here, which is
the beginning of the dream.
My son's riding behind me, and the one wheel.
And this has always been your dream. You love your one wheel.
Yeah, I know. Haven't I told you since the beginning of?
I tried to buy you a new one wheel so you could, I've always been in on the one wheel thing because I think it's cool. You have a hobby.
Now, Crystal.
Listen, Hey-Hey's not going to be able to ride it.
No, he says he does.
Stop.
No, he'll be able to ride it.
He's fine.
And
what if he wants to stop? Oh my God, you're so
he's good. He can ride.
He's good.
What if he doesn't want to though? What if he wants
force him?
What if he wants to play Roblox One Wheel?
Yeah.
The official game of One Wheel.
So the problem being is Crystal doesn't want me to buy these pints. First, they're kind of expensive.
Yeah, they are.
And we just taught them how to ride bicycles, and she wants them to continue on with that. She thinks that if they get one wheels, they'll never go back to the bicycle.
There is human-powered benefits to the bike.
Well, also, they're so small, TC. You always want to, TC put Tommy on a four-wheeler at 3 and let him go down the street. And then he went down the street and he flipped and the bike fell on him. And it's like, well, of course, he's 3. And you didn't do this in the right conditions.
I remember this. And there was a dog chasing after the whole time, biting
Well,
at
that's what my dad did to me. And that's what I do to my son, right? I was younger than him. I was selling diapers. And
your dad's shorts weren't that short.
Are your balls hanging out again?
Yeah, it's really
spreading wider open. It's like,
the other day he did it.
The other day
did it. Yeah, it was like a tight pouch.
Yeah.
Doesn't that hurt your scrotum?
Coin person.
You're not supposed to have it that tight.
But how, don't we want our kids to be like us?
No. It's supposed to be better than you, right?
I mean,
Isn't that the goal?
Would you hate my answer if I said, there are parts of me I want Maisie to be like, but they're she's got the anxiety. She's got.
But you don't want her to have that.
No, she's got it. She's doing
I'm saying,
it. She
but you
just
don't want
started
her
this
to.
week. She started. I feel bad even bringing this up, but she started it like a nervous tick. Kind of a little thing. And the more we've read about it, we talked to the doctor about it and everything, and it's straight up anxiety. And it's here. And it's coming to roost. So I'm going to have to mess with her. And it's one of the things I wrote down is that last night, she asked me to meditate with her. That's how these old. She's like her mom. She's an old ass woman. She's like, she's acting all weird. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, I can't sleep. She's like, will you meditate with me? Because Andrea started doing these meditations with her. So now I go in there and meditate with my. She's got the same shit I got. Hopefully not as bad.
Well,
we know more now to you.
That's true.
You can help guide her.
Well,
through
I didn't
it.
have meditation at 7. I didn't
Right,
know what it
like
was.
she's already asking for the tools she needs to get herself through it. So.
Daniel's dad just screamed, "Oh, I got an R word!"
No, I got an F word.
R word, F word.
R word. Yeah. I mean, I
it's
wish
a different time of the 80s.
You're not wrong.
Anyway, that's it. Want to do some voicemail?
Wow.
Let's do some voicemail.
Do some voicemail. If you guys want to leave us a voicemail message, we'd love to have them. Did it get hot in here again? Jesus Christ.
I turned the air on last break.
I don't feel like it's working.
It went back off?
I put it did.
Oh,
it got to 72 and then it turned off. Daniel, I sent you the video of Max.
Let me see.
Riding this.
I want to see.
He let go. I mean, he did let go of TC's hands. And
let me see here. Yeah, he's on it. He's doing the he's doing the balancing act deal here. And,
little guy. He's so small on it. I can't even recognize his weight.
It is way too big. Dude.
Yeah, it's huge.
But the pint, how much smaller than this is the pint?
Well, size-wise, it's smaller, but like power-wise, it's not.
Right? Oh,
right?
yeah, dude, he's ready to do this 100%.
I know he's ready.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
He's ready at 3.
I thought you were on my side.
Well, I mean, I like him when they do cool stuff, though.
Listen, if I know Daniel, he's on the side of fun and spend as much money as you want.
Oh, yeah, I am definitely. I don't budget. I just tell Andrea to do all that shit. And then I buy Maisie I buy her, like, if she said, I want a new bike, this one sucks, I'd be like, let's go.
Actually, our kids do need new bikes.
Sized correctly is important because then it'll feel better. When it feels good, you want to ride it. You know, like if your seat position, everything's goofy, then it may not be as fun.
Yeah.
I've got a small confession.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
God.
I don't think that's how the song goes.
It's going to be a big.
I've got a small confession.
So, recently we had a Airbnb guest, and they text me.
Is this another gay grandma?
No, they were.
We're number one with gay grandma.
They were a listener, and then a friend. Whatever. And then they said, "Hey, just a heads up, the sink in the bathroom, the water's coming out weird. Like I think it's clogged.
Coming out jet black."
The hell?
And they're like, there's some problem with the water, and then I think there's a stain on our cushions, which I just flipped them. So anyway,
There, it's fine, guys.
I'm saying,
we have a cleaning crew.
Oxyclean.
Everything is clean.
And
It's just there.
It was on
We have a
patio
cleaning crew.
cushions.
We have a
Oh,
cleaning
the patio
crew.
cushions. Yeah, y'all are spilling beer all over the damn cushions out there.
So you drink the sticky ass IPAs, you're spilling them everywhere. And our cleaning crew assures me they do not fuck in our Airbnb.
So then, I forgot when this was after the storm. I was driving home, and then
listening to gambling podcasts.
Well, Crystal was like, "You should go by the Airbnb,
knock on the door, and scare the shit out of people staying there."
Well, we took all the patio furniture down for the storm. I got to put it back on, and put the cushions back, and then fold the chairs out. Because we prepared for the storm.
Thank you for doing that.
I did that.
I offered to do it. I don't think he wants me to go there. I think he's like keeping treasure there.
Something's going on over there.
He's like, don't go, don't go in
But
there.
he's there like every other day.
I did scream, "The wind ain't gonna blow the patio furniture, just leave it."
It's wrought iron. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And plus, it's got holes in it for the air to go through.
Yeah.
I mean, the pioneers thought of everything.
Yeah, and then it blows down, just pick it back up.
Yeah, it's metal, for Christ's
What if
sake.
it blows like into the window? Those windows are the original windows. You get, it's like
Yeah,
complicated.
give us. We need to update them.
I drive all the way up there. Anyway,
You can't.
So then I'm there, and I forgot to bring my tool bag.
Excuse me? This is sounding more and more like
man,
a
have you
porno.
seen this tool bag? It's a mishmash. I stuck my hand in there, and it was like
have I seen?
Freddy Krueger.
You
was
can't
cutting
stick
up
your
my
fingers
hand.
in
Have
there.
I seen the
Jesus.
Tom Van legendary tool bag?
Where
The
we
answer
put my
is I have
nails?
not. I have not seen his
It's
tool
all
bag.
a
It's full of
mishmash.
screws.
Yeah.
What's my spare
and knives,
screws?
saws.
He leaves his X-Acto
Yeah.
knife in there with the blade out.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
man.
He
What are
doesn't
you
put it
doing?
back in.
You're a crazy person.
That's where my screws go, at the bottom of the bag, where it's a mishmash of
It's all
screws.
rusted.
And to his
I got a
defense,
tetanus.
I'm not going to throw away a rusted screw. It's
And
just
to-
as good as a regular screw.
to his defense, if you close the blade on an X-Acto knife, then you got to open it again.
Yeah. Oh, close, open, close. Just leave it open.
Jeez, I'm tired.
Anyway, so
That's how you get a dry pump.
I forgot my tool bag. And
did you ring the doorbell? Go, excuse me, I've forgotten my tool bag.
Nobody was there. No one was there at the time.
That's weird. He told me people were renting like crazy. It's hotcakes.
So
it was a Tuesday.
Anyway, I put all the stuff back. I'm like, God, from my tool bag. And then And then I go over to
where's my hammer?
The sink, and then I turn on the sink.
Garbage disposal.
And the sink in the bathroom is spraying out high pressure like lines everywhere, like
mosquito nets. It's perfectly fine. We put our mosquito nets in the bathroom so you don't get mosquitoes when you're shitting.
And then I'm like, what the hell is this? And then there's like high pressure lines, like a bunch, like 10 streams, and instead of just one.
I bet you one of those people that stayed at our place took the screen out of our sink so they could smoke weed.
Okay, that is what happened.
Well,
we already knew that happened.
Well, that's
you dirty motherfuckers.
Yeah.
This is my confession because
you took it out to smoke weed.
Because Dustin from
West took it out to smoke weed. This is a fantastic murder mystery.
No, I called Dustin.
This is awesome
because I forgot my tools, and then I'm like,
Dustin, bring me some tools. Poor Dustin.
He's like, Dustin, I need vinegar and a pliers or something.
I can't. I'm at the air TD stealing your screen so I can smoke weed.
So Dustin, he's working, by the way. He's like about.
Yeah, he doesn't work for us.
By the way, it's Weston's. It was the Weston 16-year anniversary.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm putting on this
Sweet 16.
So he stopped everything he was
talking
doing.
his ear off, telling him about how we're going to Hawaii.
I'm like, I need a pair of pliers and some vinegar. You guys can go to like you guys have wings. There's a.
Don't you have vinegar for your wings? Give me some of your wing vinegar.
There's a kitchen back there. Find some white vinegar and the pliers
and some white pepper. White pepper, not black pepper. White pepper.
And I'm like, grab me a
White Claw,
a watermelon White Claw.
My hands are shaking. Screwdriver hands. Yeah, I know you do.
So then he comes over with the golf cart. He comes out. He's got the vinegar or whatever, and then he got the pliers. And so then he he opens it up and he pulls out the screen, and the screen is nothing's there, right? And he's like, it's like someone stole the screen to smoke weed out of. He's like, for sure, your listeners took the screen out of this and then put it in their bowl and smoke weed. And I was just shaking my head. I'm like, oh man, those motherfuckers. And then Chris was like, oh man, who would steal the screen? I'm like, I don't know. And then
what did you do to the screen, TC?
It wasn't the listeners. Everybody's been super respectful. But the time that I showed up to put the furniture back, I was spraying out, and then I looked in there, and the screen and everything was there. I'm like, I need to pop this screen out, but I couldn't. To do it the right way, you have to unscrew.
Oh, you bent it, didn't you?
You have to unscrew.
You bent it in, pushed it.
Well, I started looking through all the drawers to find some sort of pointy thing I could pop the screen out.
Pointy thing. Here's my penis.
He didn't have his tool bag.
Yeah, because I had no tool bag. So then I found the
all my pointy things are in my tool bag.
I found a corkscrew, right? So that was the pointiest thing in the drawer.
Oh, Daniel.
So I got the corkscrew out, and then I was like, and then I got under there, and then I was like, I just need to stick the tip of the corkscrew and just like gently,
and then you pull it out,
pull the screen out.
He's gonna gently,
and then once I get the screen out, I'll inspect it to see if there's some calcium buildup on it.
No, you didn't say that.
It's got to be the calcium. And so I was in there.
Calcium?
And then I was trying to...
We got a calcium. I see your problem. You got calcium buildup.
I was trying to pick it out, and every time I picked it out, like pieces of the screen are falling all over the sink. And then I was like, oh, God damn it. I'm like, so I'm washing that down the sink. And then I finally...
Clog the sink.
I'm picking at it. Then I get mad it's not coming out.
Fuck this sink.
then I'm jamming it. So by the time I pried it out, it was basically just the outline of the ring screen. It was like those old like fairway games. You shoot the star out. It was just the star was missing out the middle.
Oh man!
So, and then all the plastic, like whatever that is. I don't. Why is that even there? I'm like, why do we even need this? Just put the water coming out the goddamn faucet.
I've always said that too. Like, is
a screen and a white thing and some other things
what's
that
the
are in there
screen for? Because not to make today's show all about how your sink works.
make the pipes bigger.
What's in there? Just water.
Today is sink day on the show. We're talking garbage disposals and how your sink works.
Bigger pipes.
Why is the screen?
Fish? What's in there?
That's what I always thought as a kid. I'm like, why is this here? Miniature monster fish come? Do they swim backwards through the fucking pipe? Why is this here?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway.
Isn't our water supposed to be so good that I can't turn on the sink and then just chunks of fucking flesh start falling out of it?
So once I destroyed all the screen and everything else that was in there, I had those pieces in my hand, and then I was like, I better put these in my pocket and not let anybody know that I've done this because my wife and everybody's going to say
that to a carnival ride.
They're going to say, why'd you do that? Why didn't you just wait?
Imagine him doing that with a carnival ride. Let's put these screws from the scrambler back in my overalls and never say a word.
So did you just forget that you did this?
No, I just didn't want to because
you just lied.
You don't want to admit it.
It's not a lie if you don't tell anybody. If you tell somebody, it's a lie.
When everybody jumped to their conclusion, which is the listeners must have stole the screen.
But you knew what happened to the screen.
Yeah, but I didn't lie. I just shook my head. I'm like, that's a good theory. I'm like, that theory.
I hear what you're saying.
No, but I'm saying when you turned the sink on, you said it was going crazy, and you didn't know why. You forgot that you fucked up the screen?
That was at the begining. I kind of jumped times here.
Oh.
Once Dustin and my wife were there, I knew why. Well, I at least knew why it started that way.
I was going to say, it didn't look like this last time I was here. Like the way that it was spraying out when we were there for the showers.
Yeah. When you were questioning that, I was like, yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, that is weird. It's almost like somebody took a corkscrew and started picking all the fucking screen on it. Who would do that?
and then you were like, why does that happen? I'm like, I don't know.
And you know what?
We have to hire a handyman. We can't have you over
a handyman? Just to fix the screen? Anybody can do that.
Well, we need more.
I mean, to do anything there so that we don't have these situations.
How are we on Ring doorbell charge? We got 35%? Where are we at?
No, we're at
I was like, why do we even need to see who's coming in? we don't even need that. Oh, there's a bearded guy with a flat brim.
There he goes.
I can draw him.
Next.
All right. Should we take a break and then play some voicemail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's take a break. Oh, my God. That's hilarious. We're getting a lot off our chest today. Let's see here.
I have to tell my secrets. That makes me feel so much better.
It's your therapy.
Confession.
I was hiding that for a while.
You get offended when I don't want you to change the oil on the generator in the middle of a hurricane power outage.
You're really,
and then, you try to make me feel bad about questioning your abilities.
This isn't good for your case.
No, I'll pay attention to that. It's a generator. I need the electricity for my family. This is a screen. I was like, well, even if I did ruin it, how much could it change the faucet? Why is it even in there?
It's an aerator, I guess. Somebody, Nate Mass in our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/TomandDanLive says
air in the water.
Well, yeah, you do, because now it sprays at such a velocity that it soaks the person who's washing their hands.
I think it's to make it more even and to require less to flow out.
Yes.
But I hate it. Like, I like full flow. I like full. I am not. This is where Crystal starts to hate me.
Spray on their shirts.
This is where Crystal starts to hate me. Like, when I brush my teeth, I will turn the water on as I'm getting my toothbrush ready. Like,
Daniel.
Yeah, I know. I know you hate me for doing it, but I turn the water on and then I get my toothbrush and then I put the toothpaste on it and I wet and I scrub. And while it's just
I can't do that.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm listening and watching.
At one point, I thought
one spritz of water just to wet the brush.
That's all you need.
At one time, I thought I was going to be, and I thought this was like a thing in the 50s and 60s. But I thought I was going to be this guy, and a lot of my friends were, and this was like a 50s and 60s thing. But you would get a glass of water.
Oh my God!
And you just leave it.
Well, you'd fill it up with water, and then you'd get a little on your toothbrush, and then you'd start brushing, and then you'd swish a little from your cup, and then spit it, and then keep going, and that was your water.
That seems gross.
Well, that's what people would do.
And your water just sat there for days.
No, you dump it out, and that was your cup.
Each time?
And each time you'd fill it with a little bit of water for brushing your teeth.
I fill it once, just let it sit there.
I did that on my bedside table.
Yeah.
But I also have just a myriad of drugs. It's everywhere. It looks like Whitney Houston's hotel room. It's
water,
terrifying.
Nothing's going to happen to it. It's just water.
The water is just evaporate.
Oh, God.
One time, I went to drink out of my Yeti, and there was a dead cockroach in it, and the cockroach touched my lips.
It touched my lips. I have a fear of that.
It touched my lips. That's one of my secrets.
I like that.
Are we telling secrets today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's take a break, and then when we come back, I'll talk about washing the kids' water cups every day.
Riveting.
The name of the band is Future Teens. The name of the song is Team Sports, featuring Dan Campbell. We'll be right back.
Are you doing okay? Your hair's changed a lot since I saw you last. I try to get
Ding dong, ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing.
Well, it's about to be Halloween.
Well, I know, but it's never too early to plan, and I know that we're not those guys. We're not the planners, but our wives are.
Yeah, and it's holiday season, and the best thing to do is contact Mosquito Nix early because they can put up your holiday lights.
This is kind of our I don't want to hear it ad where we tell you, I don't want to hear it if you didn't call them because they will get filled up.
Yeah, because
they have all the ladders and the tools and the bucket trucks, and they can do it fast.
It's a great service.
It is a great service.
Yeah.
God damn it, it's so much better than putting up your own light.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to get on your roof. Maybe
I did my own last year. I haven't said this.
Yeah.
I don't think I may have even told you guys that I really enjoyed doing it. It was great fun. It's not fun.
Maybe you have some older people in your life that you want to gift this to. Like, hey, I'll give you the gift, the holiday lights, for the holiday season because
it'll be the last time you see them before you die.
No, I'm just saying because
heartwarming.
Instead of maybe your old man dad or mom getting up and trying to hang their own lights is dangerous. Don't let them do it,
dude. Even if you're young, it's dangerous.
Yeah. If you don't have time, who's got the time? Hire Mosquito Nix. They do it all. They do it professionally. They have professional electricians. They're not going to overwhelm.
And here's the best part: they store your lights. So they'll
the
come
timers.
Out.
They put
they got it all. They come out. They put it all up, and then you're like, okay. You call them back. They come. They take it all down, and then they pack them away in a bin.
Or if you want to get the full Mosquito Nix system like I have, they offer a great maintenance service where I just had to text them because my fence fell down. So it broke the high pressure line.
Hoses,
and all I had to do is text their service, right? It's on mosquitonix.com.
Texting a service tech is the best.
And I just said, hey, I got some damage in my system. And I got a text right back. They said, hey, we'll put you on the list. Next day, there was a tech on their way.
Wow. Now they know where you're at, man, because they got that text.
They fixed the system. They completely serviced everything. They said, you know what? We noticed that it's been a while since we drained all the liquid, the mosquito repellent in your system.
They like to flush the system.
We'll flush it out and then take this. And it's free because it wasn't any sort of major repair. Like, it was just the system lines. They did the maintenance.
That's awesome.
And so now, of course, I never have to worry about mosquitoes in my backyard because of Mosquito Nix system. But while it's cooling off and that mosquito times are like a little less than they are in the summer.
They're like lower now. It's almost right at night.
They offer the putting up all the holiday lights, and we urge you to get on the list early because they do fill up, and it's better to have them, come in November,
They'll
put up the lights.
They will run out of time.
And they come after Christmas is over, take them all down, and it's easy breezy.
It's so much better. It's mosquitonix.com. That is Susie Moon. Name of the song is Family Memories. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. That was for Sam. Never get bored of female punk rock. I never get bored with it. I think it's super duper fun. Welcome back to the show, everybody.
What are you drinking there?
This is Full Fit Check. This is like a dry hopped rice lager from Hourglass. And since I'm jumping back up my toes back in the drinking pool, this is my beer of the week.
Awesome.
This one's really, really tasty. I had one of these last week, and I've kind of easing back into these yummy craft beers, and boy, do they taste a lot better after you've taken a year off. Holy crap, they taste great.
We should, have a beer of the week on a Friday Free Show, something like a toast or at least.
Well, I'm starting it today. So today is the first one, but this is their dry hopped rice lager. I don't see any percentages on this. I know that matters to some people, but I do really like the flavor of this particular beer. It's super dry. Yeah. And if you like dry alcohol flavors, then I would suggest getting the Full Fit Check from Hourglass Brewing.
Yep, Hourglass Brewing in Longwood, and they also have a tap room in Orlando. And their facility in Longwood is gigantic.
Tom Brady getting a divorce? Breaking news?
Oh, is that another speculation? Because they've been speculating that.
The last thing I saw when I went to the bathroom to pee is I said it said they both got attorneys.
Oh,
that's the latest report is that they lawyered up.
That has been a speculation for a while. Even
1 hour ago, wife Giselle hired divorce lawyers.
So
I don't want that to happen. I think I'm gonna still go with bullshit. I still believe in love. I'm a romantic, and I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's bullshit. I like it when couples succeed. I wanted Fat Mike and his wife to work out. I wanted Brad Pitt and Jen to work out. I'm that guy. I like that. I like that shit. I like it when, like, Sam and her husband, I like looking at them and thinking of how good of a couple they are. Like, I get off of that stuff, man. I'm a romantic.
The only gossip I do consume is sports gossip because I listen to.
You should know a little bit about this.
So I do know that back in preseason, remember when he took off training camp, like he took that time
off. Ended
off
up in the Caribbean.
And then he was in the Bahamas and
it was touted
Paradise
as
Island.
Intensive family time. That's the phrase I heard. Intensive family time, which sounds horrible.
And then the speculation, because there was gambling, like there's a bunch of people talking about, like, is this going to affect his play? Like, is this
they're talking about it affecting the game this Sunday too.
I always say bullshit because he's the best.
Yeah.
I always claim bullshit on him.
I feel like these guys, they get into game mode and everything else gets erased. Like, they're not thinking, they're not in the huddle like, oh man, my wife, I got to get the goddamn grand piano out of the
house. Is Zach Wilson the one that everybody's trying to bang his mom?
Yes. Let me give you. Can I give you a counterpoint?
He tweeted out just now. He tweeted out, "Don't worry, Giselle, I got you."
I like that. I like that. That's
unless it's fake.
That's good for the sport. Can I give you a counterpoint?
No way he did that. Yeah.
Let me give you a counterpoint to Tom Brady, Giselle, and people going, "Oh, it's on his mind. It's breaking up his family. He's not going to be able to do it."
I think all that guy cares about is football.
I'm going to give you a counterpoint. This is why that whole shit, it's bullshit. When my mom was dying, coming in to do this show, greatest thing I could do. Ask me to do my job, and I love it. I'm like, let me perform. Let me give you. Anything that stresses me out, anything that gives me anxiety, as Daniel Dennis, you put me and you say, hey, what do you want to do to fix it? Put me with Tom and Sam in here and just start making some jokes. Put me on my game, make me throw my passes. I will perform. It makes me feel better. It's it's my place.
And I think that's the psychology with everybody. Is like when you get into, that's why people, like, they start working or they'll do something that or get back to work after a tragedy, and people are like, you could stay home, but people are like, I don't want to stay home. So I could sit there and think about how horrible this is.
People are different. Some people do need bereavement.
No, I know, but I've seen a lot of people where
they just want a distraction.
Want to distract themselves after a horrible time, or they're going through a horrible time because their argument being, and I get it, is like, what? Now I understand you go to therapy and work it out, but you need some distraction. Like sitting at home and just stewing in it sometimes is painful to everybody.
It can be bad, but I think a guy like that, he knows the benefits of structure. He knows the benefit of routine. I mean, his whole, that's how he's become what he is. So the idea of coming back to football, like, to me, I already know. Like, I think the answer is, and I think I would bet my entire family on it. I don't think it's on his mind at all, game day. I think he's in game mode, and that's his happy place. And if anything, he's just going to be fine. He'll be normal.
People love eating this shit up, too, because they seemingly have the perfect life, and people like seeing something like,
you shouldn't root for people to fail. You can make fun of it and shit, but at your core, if you get off on seeing Tom Brady lose his marriage or his family get fractured or his kids will be fine. But I'm just saying, if you think that's fun... I think there's something wrong with it.
Well, I think that for the most part, it's like why tabloids are popular, or like any sort of, people are interested in other people's relationships, right? Celebrities especially. It's because when they go through the same problems every human does, it equalizes it, right? You're like, oh, it's just like me. I've had problems in my marriage too, or I got a divorce too, or like he's no different. It's like there is no perfect situation, perfect life that nobody fights, and like now what would be interesting, and the truth probably is that this was just a long, because everyone's going to blame him going back and playing this last year, and that's the catalyst. Like, I don't believe that one particular thing really causes anybody to get divorced.
Look at any relationship. It's never one thing, really. Unless it's like something like that.
Yeah, collaboration of a bunch of things and time and people, like obviously... whether or not he played football or he was a broadcaster, would that have saved his marriage? Impossible to tell, and no. But now...
it's not like the schedule of playing or the schedule of broadcasting. I mean, he's still going to have a tight-ass schedule.
Yeah, but the broadcasting is so much sweeter. Like even
It is,
when
but
John Gruden, I heard him talk about like the difference between coaching and broadcasting. It's so different that the broadcasting is like he had to prepare one day and then do his job the next day.
I don't think Brady will do like that though. You think Brady going to prepare one day for broadcast? He's going to prepare the way he prepares for a game. He's going to go all in because that's why he wins.
Yeah, although playing the game is so much harder. Because
Chris Collinsworth, you tell me all the time about him, and
he prepares.
I would
not as much as a coach or coaches never even leave their. Like, it's insane. Like talk about someone who has no balance or whatever. NFL coaches, there is zero balance to their life. They don't have, especially during the year, family. They are just working.
Well,
nonstop.
That was going to be my honey hole interview. It's like people are like, oh, wouldn't you love to talk to Bill Belichick? And I'd be like, absolutely, but I'd really like to talk to his wife. To see, like, what's that like? How is that hard to manage? Like, what's his family life like? I've only seen one picture of him on a boat, and he only had a tiny smile. A tiny smile. The tiniest.
Well, his one son is next to him, sticking his tongue out. so he's like, that's how he spends time. He's like, we're working together on the field. Although it does seem to have leveled this insanity. Now, well, that's what it takes to be the best in the world.
Everybody said he should have gone out on a high. No, don't do that, man. Nah, he's fine. It's fine.
Well,
I'm supposed to hate him. This is coming from a guy that I'm supposed to hate Tom Brady, and I just don't.
Now, but okay, follow me here. If the Bucks win the Super Bowl this year, all worth it. Anything less, then it's kind of like. Well, if they made the Super Bowl, but anything less.
I think if he makes the Super Bowl, he's just fine. Yeah. I think any other scenario, and they're going to eat him alive.
Well,
is that what you mean?
Well, he's like, you gave up your wife for this, and you didn't even, like, if they...
you're splitting your whole family up.
It's not reality, but you could say it.
It is a reality, but just how the drama of the outside...
It's not fair, but you're right.
Because I'm talking, like, these people are just celebrity billionaires that I'm looking... they're not real people, and I think that's the way a lot of people look at celebrities is that they're not real people. Anyway, so like if this is your friend, you'd never say these things, but like if to Brady and Giselle, you'd be like, oh, they're fine.
I don't know much about her other than, obviously I know what she does. I know how beautiful she is. She seems fine, like a decent enough person. I don't know, like her, I don't see enough of her demeanor in order to really form a true opinion of what I think would be. Not that it matters, but I'm just saying I don't know enough about her.
But if he doesn't like make it all the way,
they're going to get him.
Then it's just like, look what you gave up.
Look what you
did. You caused
all your
this.
fault. Yeah.
Because no one's going to know the truth.
And they'll try to frame it like his fall from grace and all this bullshit, but it's not. It's not like he's a Tiger Woods. It's not like he's, smashing out the windows with a golf club and cheated or
banging every Perkins waitress in town.
But they're going to try and frame it like that. If he does not win the Super Bowl or even get there, they're going to say, look what he did. Destroyed his family for football. That's what they do.
And then, but if he wins, they'll celebrate. They're like, it was worth it. 8 rings, which is insane. But it does make a difference, I think, because everybody's going to blame him going back one more time on this divorce. Which
it's hard for me to look at the divorce. Again, I'm still going with I don't think they're getting a divorce. I still think this is all bullshit. But it is hard for me to look at families falling apart now. I have a different lens now that I have a kid. It's hard for me to look at it. Like even joking around about it is different because the only thing I keep flashing back to is kids are their kids. I'm like, that's not good.
Although I heard I think we talked about this on ACT one time. Brady was talking about how he regrets that his kids aren't going to grow up normally because, he grew up at least, even though he had money growing up, but he grew up where,
he was upper middle class,
his mom,
California kid, right?
Yeah, but his mom, cooked dinner every night. There was some sort of, normalcy and, you had a mom and dad, and they were together, and then, you went home, and they did the, it's kind of like we all do. But then... He obviously with his schedule and her schedule, both being insanely rich and stuff, they're not doing that. They got maids and cooks and they're probably constantly traveling.
It's a different vibe.
So they're not growing up normally like that. And I wonder if because of how they probably operated before this, where Giselle probably spent time with the kid, sometimes they had time together, but look at, she's a billionaire model with a a ton of businesses, right?
Yeah.
And then
investment deals that are
the best quarterback of all time, and so with a company, and then the all the other stuff. So I feel like there's no way they can spend that much time together with their family, right?
Well, yes, and the thing that like I can't wrap my brain around because I'm not in that type of entertainment. Like, all three of us are in entertainment. All three of us do a talk show. Sam does double duty. You know, she's doing this one and has her own, right? So that we all do this. But I can't think of a scenario where if my family, like if there was an issue and I was like, they were like, nah, don't do one more season of Tom and Dan. You know, 2023 is coming up. We want you just to be here. And I can't think of a scenario where if I had the ways and means, meaning bank account is flush, nobody wants for anything, house is paid. You know what I mean? Like, I've got everything set. I cannot think of a scenario where I'd be like, where this trumps it, like staying home. I can't.
Like, you choose a family over that?
I can't think of a scenario where if my family asked me...
But it's impossible to put yourself in the shoes of the best there's ever been.
I just don't think I like anything enough. You know what I mean? Like, I
mean, this guy has dedicated his entire life to be the best there ever was, and there ever will be, probably, because of the amount of championships.
I love it when people try to debate that, but I think he is.
He was going to... seemingly with the whole Dolphins thing and the Sean Payton and stuff, like, he was maybe going to owner player. Like, there was it seemed like all of a sudden all the, like, especially in the way the division played out and like where the Bucs division and stuff, like they had the team put together and stuff, like they probably all looked at it and like, you could have a chance of winning another Super Bowl based on this division and the NFC. You know, they know a lot more than we do. Even I studied this stuff, and they probably looked at it like, dude, what are you going to do? Not go for it again? Like, it's set up perfectly. Now, if they lost a bunch of players and if they all looked at it and like, man, you'll have no chance with this team, right? Then he probably would have retired. But I think it all, and to him, he probably like, I got to do it one. I'll never have another chance.
Is it ever going to be enough?
Well, that's what made him the best. So
but when does he stop?
He can't. It's a
then
goddamn.
Why start a family?
It's a mental illness.
Just fucking play football.
His family's fine though.
Yeah, but you don't think about that. And we're putting what we think he should do with his family. Like, we're attaching that. Like, also, I'm not here to tell people what to do with their families.
I also don't know his like again, where this may not even interrupt the natural flow of his family, because like, to me, if me and Chris are going to divorce, my sons are going to know. They're going to be like, "Where's that?" I'm there every night. I'm there every night playing with them every single night. So then, if I'm not there, it's going to devastate. I'd feel bad for them.
Let me tell you, so that is a very cold but logical way of looking at his divorce. But you're right. He does a different thing.
But also, Tom Brady, it looks like he goes to his kids' games. I see it on the sports news or whatever. Like, he's at the so he was probably doing that the whole time, but within his schedule means. Like, he's not there every night playing with his kids. He's there probably when he can, off season and stuff. But during the season, you got to work, right, to be the best there ever was. So I'm not even sure if, like, should we feel? I mean, obviously you feel bad for kids if your parents get a divorce, but this may not disrupt their routine. They even had to spend time with them. You know what I'm saying?
How about this? I'll say this. I feel bad for his family, and I especially feel bad for his kids. But there are a lot of other kids that I feel more bad for.
Of course. Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Yeah.
That's an easy way to say it. Like, they'll be just fine.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to say that because everybody's like, ooh. No, it's fine.
No, they will be fine.
Are we doing a hybrid dump them out voicemail thing here? What are we doing here? Just voicemails?
Yeah, let's do some voicemail. And
a couple of emails. Get some emails, too.
Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Yeah.
Go to that. Oh, well. I guess if you're on Twitch, go to the MoComedyJam.com to get tickets.
Yeah.
But if you're listening on October 14th, it's already
we can do mail on mail.
And there was some fights.
Oh, man, it got crazy.
It was bad. It was weird when it's just very, very odd.
Yeah. Then you picked up Sabrina and threw her through the table. I thought that was odd.
She was running her mouth. That's what you get.
Keep your fucking name on her.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for calling 1-800-HOT-DICK, the place to find real action with real men. To make it even better, we've got new low prices. So low, we're practically giving it away free.
If you are a man seeking a woman, press 1. If you are a woman seeking a man, press 2. If you are a man seeking a man, press 3.
Mail.
man.
Mail on Mail brought to you by thedangerbrain.com. If you're looking for a branding agency to help your company or your startup or anything, they can help you out with an awesome brand and some marketing work. They kind of, they stay with you through the brand rebuild.
And hold your hand.
And help you with all projects. Just reach out, talk to them. They've done a lot of different friends of the show's companies, and a great job. They do awesome.
Plants, Jim Colbert's on there. I'm trying to think of other ones. Pyrospot has one of my favorite logos.
Yeah.
That Pyrospot branding is...
they're great.
Yeah, I love the colors. You know what I just realized as I was playing this intro, and I said... The Danger Brands, they'll hold your hand. And then for whatever reason, I wanted to yell out, no homo. And then I realized nobody says that anymore. I think it's gone. I think we got it out. That's great, right?
Yeah.
We're done with that.
That was peak 2006.
I'm just kind of glad it's gone, right? Yeah, we don't need that homophobic thing. Yeah, bye-bye, you're gone. Nobody says it anymore. Well, some rednecks do. They'll yell it.
I don't know, say a lot of things.
That's true. They like the classics.
1920s?
They like the classics.
Yeah.
First email?
Okay.
Let's go email.
Let's see. The Circle is fully active in this week's OG show between the 1 hour and 1 hour and 30-minute mark. Even though it was a Memorial Day, you guys talked about hurricanes and Tom's dad. Also mentioned Crystal's dread from an old boyfriend. I swear you guys just talked about that in the last week or two. Strange how these old shows always seem to coincide with this week's topics.
We bring up the dread a lot. We do. We bring up the dread a lot.
Because it's just odd, right?
It is. It is.
Everything, though, is on a cycle, just like how our seasons work, and the planet.
The female body is on a cycle.
Wave. It's all a wave, a cycle. It all
wave,
comes
cycle, spectrum, moon, magnets.
That's all that.
Moon
How
power.
does that work?
Yeah. Crystal. What's up with that?
But there's been too many times where we've talked about similar topics. Exactly.
We only have 12.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe
12 topics and 3 voices. I lost one. Had 4. Lost one.
Damn.
Can't do one anymore.
What voicemail do we have?
Let's try this one.
Hey, Tom and Dan. BDM Chris here. I just wanted to ask if you guys were still affiliated with Halloween Horror Nights. I know I've heard some old OG shows, and you guys had discounted tickets with your name on them. So I was wondering if you guys still did that. My wife's birthday is Friday, same as Andrea, so happy birthday to Andrea, Dan.
Oh, thank you.
He's trying to get free tickets.
I was just wondering if I could use y'all's discount code if you still had one. So, appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.
Well, it's funny about that. We never had a discount code.
No.
We just had a link that you could buy the tickets same price as
Yeah. They never gave us a discount, but you could track that you guys heard it from us.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it worked insanely well.
Yes.
But that doesn't matter.
No.
Nothing matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to play that one, guys. I'm sorry.
No.
Fine.
No, because it's
So,
interesting.
sir, no, we do not. We don't have. Not only do we not have a discount, but they don't even talk to us anymore.
Yeah, you made us sad.
Well,
you made us sad, sir.
Well,
happy birthday. Happy fucking birthday, sir.
A lot of people don't realize that whether or not the marketing works or not, especially with big companies, does not matter.
No.
What matters is
how easy it is for them to execute it.
And the person in charge of spending the company's money, what they like.
Yeah.
Because it's all subjective.
It's subjective to them.
Because all marketing doesn't work, except for our small marketing that we do for our company. We will show you it works, and that's why email me, tom@tomandan.com.
There you go.
If you want to advertise.
Do it. We're having a tough time.
But for bigger, don't tell me we're having a tough time. We're good. We're fine.
Having a tough time.
We're fine. So
Halloween Horror Nights, we lost them.
No, they never paid. They're ticket trade. Anyway, they
didn't.
So they did for a small amount. We use internet.
Let's be honest.
Use internet.
We got all the way up.
We got
to
like 1,500.
We got 1,500 one time, and then we thought it was gonna we were like, if we can get the 1,500, then the next one has got to be that 5K.
Yeah,
That's
well, we're selling $8,000 of tickets. So it's like
It just they got look, they are bigger than they've ever been, dude. It's crazy.
So the marketing that comes from these big companies comes from an individual, and it's up to them whether they want to spend their company's money on us or somewhere else, and that's all. And then when that person leaves, it's done.
Yep.
It doesn't matter how well it works or whatever.
So I blame Lance. I blame Lance from Halloween Horror Nights. He was our contact.
The new person comes in, and they're like, I want to spend money over here. It doesn't matter what the other person does. In fact, it kind of hurts you because most time they want to do something something opposite as the old person.
Well, let's kick a little dust up and see what I can do with my new idea.
Yeah. They don't want to use the old person's idea because that's old news. So
it also makes it look like they're not working if you use the same thing that's in place.
So nothing matters. The only thing that matters is the person, what they want to do with the company's money they're spending, and that's it.
Correct.
And so everything determines that whim. Like person leaves, done.
But hold on,
person comes and wants
let's swivel. Let's pivot swivel here.
It's worked
But I'll
out.
put it back out there. If Halloween Horror Nights or anybody listening that is affiliated with them again decides that they want to embed themselves with us again, do the interviews where we did the behind-the-scenes walkthroughs. If you want to ticket link us up and go back to what we were doing, we will gladly do that, and we would love to do it.
I heard that this made me mad. At that one time when I was talking to them, they were like, they had never advertised a podcast before, and then we were the first one.
Yeah,
That's
true.
7 years. When was it? 7 years, 8 years ago?
Yeah, there's a tweet about it. I'd have to go and scrape, but
it was the old studio.
Some other radio station said something about being the only podcast that advertises with Halloween Horror Nights, and I had to go in there and shut that down because we were the only podcast at the time that was working.
Then, the very end of a relationship when everybody's moved and I was trying to get there, I heard there was a person like we spent $40,000.
I got this 2015.
They're like, we spent $40,000 on some murder podcast in Pennsylvania or whatever. It was some other thing that the marketing person liked and listened to, and then
$40,000.
Oh my God! I got 10 tickets.
Yeah, we'd have quit.
And we had to just for then that one time after 5 years got $1,500. Anyway. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
It's all willy-nilly.
And now I'm pretty sure they have their own Halloween Horror Nights podcast.
They do.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Next email. It's fine.
Matters.
It's fine.
Question about the Beer Fest. Hey, I'm a BDM, but I don't have Facebook.
Can't come.
No, is that true?
Yeah.
Gotta be on Facebook?
No, you can come.
In years past, you've always done VIP tickets to support Yellow Brick Road. I really don't want to miss out again this year. Can you share when and where the VIP tickets will go live?
That's a day of thing, right?
It's not a ticket. We have a full pour pint glass that you buy for $20. All the money goes to Yellow Brick Road. That will be for sale.
It's a first come first serve scenario.
Yes.
So get there early.
And it's
because those CBE guys will be there early.
Yeah, we have kind of a tent section we're calling Tom and Dan area. It's basically our merch tent, the CB guys' tents. They got a multiple this year, and then all the sponsors that are sponsoring the Beer Fest, and then some other friends of the show that are in the area. That's where the Yellow Brick Road tent's going to be. That's where you could buy the full pint glass. It's going to be branded Bad Business Beer Fest.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
You spend $20, and then
now it comes with a beer, which is.
But all the other pint or the sample cups will be given out in a tent in that area as well, and we've got 2,000 of those.
Yep.
And so just show up, show your ID, and you'll get a sample cup.
Show up and show out.
We've never sold out yet, or we didn't sold out. They're free.
Yeah,
so we never
free.
get them all out. We've come close a couple years, but so if you get there around noon, I think pouring starts at 2. We're just saying get there early. It takes a while to give everybody their stuff, and then we'll start at 2. That's when Oklahoma Stackhouse will start playing, and 2 hours of free beer for anybody that wants to sample it.
Yeah, but here, word to the wise. Check your ID and then double check it, because the number of pissed off people that walk up there and don't have an ID.
I ain't doing that this year.
I was speaking to you.
Insurance wise, everybody's got to show their ID, and it doesn't matter if you look like an old man.
Yeah.
Although, it's look, man, you're getting free beer. Just bring your ID.
Yeah, bring your ID. Do you use free beer? Yeah, Sam's right. If you're going to get free beer, the least you can do is bring your fucking ID.
If you're obviously an old man, I'll give you a wristband. I know.
Tom will not know where the wristbands are.
I can tell everybody that's over 21 at a certain point.
I can too. Except for little people. For some reason, I can't judge them, but their skin there's a different skin ratio. Let's try this voicemail.
Hey, y'all. It is Crystal of Peace. I was just calling to ask you about diminutives like honey, sweetie, baby. I'm sure you guys have talked about this on the show before, but last night I started talking to this guy on one of the dating apps, and he seems really great. We talked on video chat. Really cool guy, but he's called me honey already 50 times. And I'm conflicted because I have relatives, older male relatives who called their significant others honey, sweetie, baby, and I thought it was great for them. Or they'd call all the nieces and nephews like baby, and that was cool. But I just find it very cringy when anybody calls me a diminutive like honey, sweetie, baby. How do y'all feel about that? Do you call your significant other, or do they call you some kind of little cutesy nickname? And when did that start? I guess that's my main question.
Well, it started when America was great, and it ended a couple years ago.
It ended when they took the podium out.
Exactly. That's when it ended.
Get my
fucking laptop.
Can't even call anybody sweet tits anymore.
No, but seriously, that is when it ended. I mean, all my relatives say that. They're all Southern, like,
you
gentlemen.
both call your wives babe. I've heard you both say that
Like,
today.
hey, babe.
Well, it becomes easier than, you know what's real bad? Is I've done this where I start saying, I call her mom, or like,
hey,
oh
mama.
My God, that's so
hey,
gross.
mama, you got the Bichon freezes loaded in the RV, mama?
because
you're going to be camping people.
no.
Hey, mama. Hey, mama,
I don't
load
say
the
mama.
dog.
Hey, pretty
No.
mama.
Oh, mama's in the RV getting us some ham sandwiches.
It's a direct result to my sons know her as mom. So then when they're around,
No, you say your mom. You say, where's your mom?
I say that, but when I'm
You don't say, where's mom?
Yeah, I say
It's not your mom.
No, I know it's not.
Oh.
But I'm just saying. I'm like,
Blurring the lines over
I'm
there.
like, where's
really
mom?
is.
And
Do you
then
like
if
to
she's
suck her tits and pretend it's your mom?
Oh my God.
and if she's standing
Somebody
there,
had to ask the question.
I'll say mom, and she'll say dad too sometimes.
What? Dude, that's weirder than anything I do. I say, to Maisie, I'd go, where is your mom? I wouldn't say, where's mom?
It's just it's a lazy talk, because so the kids know, like, what the hell, I'm not doing it for some weirdo thing.
No. Whatever it is. You're very mysterious.
And then as you get older,
we have so many weird nicknames.
I would think, though,
With Travis?
that you...
Yeah.
I can't
But
see you...
He calls me honey.
What do you call him?
Hun buns.
I like that. Do you guys baby talk a little bit?
We do to our cat.
That's fine. Hey, I'm all about it.
We used to do it to our dog.
You should hear me with Dansby. I'm like,
I'm trying to think of some other ones.
Dansby,
We have lots of weird ones.
So
If you guys heard me, like, since I got this puppy, you'd never be my friend again. I talk to it like I'm like.
What's weird though is
I would have done that in math.
Yeah, it's fun.
It seems fine to someone who's been married for a long time. To someone that you're dating,
just now, it's a
dating
app.
Calling someone honey on a dating app seems like you accelerated too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're saying honey, I agree
with
it's way
that.
too personal.
Yeah,
it seems like
it is.
calling someone babe and stuff like this. Like you got to be in a longer relationship, or at least be in a relationship, maybe live together. I don't know, or like what I'm saying.
But
like,
it is a position thing where and dudes don't understand they're doing it. But there are older men, older than me, I'm 46. There are older men on dating apps or around my age that use it as a subconscious, that's the key word, down-talking term to ladies.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they're meaning to do it. They're not. But like through the way that they were raised or the way that they live, the people that they're around, whatever their influences are.
I have awkward, like social awkward things that cause it. You know what I saw on TikTok? This person, she was like, look what my brother does every time he's nervous. And he was doing the ghost golfing thing. Like, he's pretending to putt and swing or whatever. He's at a party and he's just there pretending to swing ghost golf that Jimmy used to do because he is socially awkward. So that was his like safe thing, like a tick that he would do when he was awkward. And I feel like a lot of guys
do. You have one? Well, Maisie's, we talked about it earlier. She starts clearing her throat now. She has that little tick. I think I have one. I think I pace. I'm a pacer.
Yeah. You're.
I think I
got
one. I only have one.
Broken clock in there. I don't know how you're going to name it 10,000.
I'm right twice a day.
But so I think maybe the hun thing becomes like a weird socially awkward thing for some guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm just defending them, but
I say like,
I don't feel like they're doing
hey,
it. I don't feel like they're doing it specifically to undermine the person they're talking to.
No, it's subconscious, man. It's
Some
like
are, I'm sure, but
yeah.
I feel like it's so prevalent though that it becomes like a social anxiety thing that they go to that makes them feel safe. I don't know. It's weird.
To answer her question, because I really like her and she has good voicemails, here's my answer. I would give him a shot because I think right now you said all the good things, right? Earlier on, you said we talked a lot, nice, he's very respectful, yada yada. If the only bad thing you're finding is that he's maybe saying that, try to make it a joke or something like, honey, I'm not your... Like, make it a lighthearted joke, or like, fuck around with it and see if he takes the cue or find out why he says it or something. Like, there's no reason to assassinate the relationship yet, because it's not like he's being... I don't think he's being outwardly disrespectful to you. I think he's just being who he is, and maybe he needs some help with that, so... And don't come at him with, don't call me honey, because I'll look at it like, what a bitch. Yeah, there's other ways that, that's true. That's true. It must be on your period. Yeah. God damn. Hey, look, Condoleezza Rice.
How about I call you Bloody Mary?
I was trying to go with the right age demographic for who he would know politically, right? So I said Condoleezza Rice.
Double down on the sexistness.
Sexistness.
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
it's sexosity. Voicemail, right? Or are we on... no, we're on email. We're on email.
Yeah. Okay. So, ACT Tom Glasses. Hey, Tom, Dan, and Sam. How about a go-to show where Dan and Sam pick out prescription glasses for Tom since he can't do it? Maybe he will wear them then.
But he'd have to go through with them and get them
big. We did the go-to optometrist show.
No, yeah, but they told you had good eyes. I don't trust. It was a Walmart optometrist.
He does not have good eyes. He can't see where there's shit.
But remember, she said that he had perfect eyes.
No, well, she can't see where there's shit.
I know.
That lady was a quack. I don't know who she was.
It was a weird situation. Like, the book she gave us, I was like, what the hell is that?
She was an advertiser. And, like, I mean, I don't know what the fuck. It must have been a tough time. She's back on. We're advertising with it. Must have been a tough time. She's back.
I blood-eyed through the test and got it right. I'm just telling him.
You lied the test.
No, I passed the test. She had to pass me, even though I couldn't see. I guessed the bottom line. I figured out, I'm like...
He had a vibrating butt plug in. I hit the button when he got the right one.
And everybody's like...
You were in on this?
Yeah.
He's cheating. He's got to be cheating. And then I'm sitting there and the doctor's like...
At that point, I still lied for Tom.
Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Dude, would you let us pick out the glass? We have your prescription.
No, I'm going to get him some Dahmers.
No, big Harry Carries.
No, that's why. You'll make me a clown.
No, I'll get you some fashion.
Bottom of the six.
You'll
Baseless loaded.
You'll clown me.
I'll get you big Harry Carries. Hey, don't you want to advertise as Tom and Dad? Speaking of Saturday Night Live, let's try this one.
Dan and Palm Bay, so you guys are talking about SNL, and I know that was a little bit different than what I'm bringing up. But Dan, you were talking about how you'd stay up late, and it was your bag to watch SNL, and you'd make an event of it. But did you ever stay up late to watch it, and then instead of it, like, this is the only thing that I wanted. I didn't really, SNL when I want the WWF wrestling would come on with this weird Saturday night crazy show, and there was no real announcement of it, and back then there was no internet in your pocket.
I think just based on memory, I'm going to hit this. I think it was called Saturday Night Main Event, and it was WWF Saturday Night Main Event. And yes, I fucking watched it, and it was awesome. And when it did come on, you didn't expect it, and my dad and I would cheer because it'd be like just fucking wrestling in the middle of the night late.
There's that one, but there were all, like, after that one wrapped up, they started one called Shotgun Saturday Night.
And it would just be random
that
wrestling?
only ran for a couple years.
It was like dark matches. And what a dark match is, it's a match that wasn't originally televised maybe beforehand to work some guys or to treat the crowd to something, but it's not for the main broadcast.
Premiered in 1985, it originally aired on NBC in the U.S. as 29 occasional replacements for Saturday Night Live until 1991.
There you go. Was that Saturday Night Main Event?
That was Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah, see, I got it right. My memory's back.
Saturday Night Live was on break. They'd play these wrestling matches.
Yeah, they were awesome.
That is weird.
Yeah, like there were really my late night I spent a lot of fun late night television nights with me and my buddy Dave. We were SNL, and we'd watch Rhonda Shear's. Look up All Night. Rhonda Shear. Do you remember Rhonda Shear, Up All Night? She'd go, "I'm Rhonda," and she'd be, "Welcome back to Up All Night," and she had big old titties, and her titties were always hanging out, and she was doing Rhonda Shear's Up All Night. Hold on, I'm going to show you.
Was it just call-in show about sex topics or something?
No. This was like, she'd show a B movie, like she'd show Bikini Car Wash with all the sexy parts edited, but she'd be like, "Welcome back to Up all night. We're downtown Sanford right now, and we're hanging out. We're partying at West End Trading Company. God, everybody go crazy. She'd be like, here's the movie, and you'd go back to the movie. So it was like an old school.
Was that kind of? Did they get that from Elvira? Like
it was a little
It's that
Elvira,
type,
but
yeah.
Rhonda Shear was just a hot fucking big titty bitch.
I wonder if they have any of that anymore, where there would be a person presenting the movie you're watching. They probably don't need
like Count Spooky Cinema.
Well, they would do. They even would do it up until like 10 years
Apparently,
ago.
Gilbert Gottfried was the first host of it.
Of Up All Night, yeah.
That's a weird concept. Someone just hosting a movie you're watching. It's bizarre.
Okay, here's let's see, Up All Night. Okay, here's Up All Night.
Why do you need that?
Okay.
Just show the movie.
Let's see if I can get this one to work here. With
Gilbert telling me about this movie.
Okay, let's see if I can get this so everybody in our chat room can watch it. But this is Rhonda Shear, episode 31, 1993, Dangerous Pursuit and Graveyard Shift from Up All Night. And this is what me and my buddy Dave were like literally obsessed.
Hi, it's Rhonda with 2 great movies and a bunch of yard sale junk for some lucky winners. Next on USA, Up All Night.
Up! See, I got it right. My memory's back. Holy shit. I'm cured.
And then she's sitting on the bed all
horny. And I would wait till my parents were at the bed. I'd watch the movie, and then right about the time she had her sexiest cutscene, I'd whack it onto the carpet and go to bed.
And smush it in with your feet.
Yeah, dig it into the car, let the dog eat it, and go to bed. But yeah, this is. Hold on, I want to get a little more of her talking because she's.
I love it. Traffic going by fast. Don't walk sign. High five.
What was kind of
Is she
Saturday
always
Night
in the bed?
Yeah, because she's like watching movies in the bed. Here she is.
Like the cheesy 90s editing.
Rhonda, and what a show we have for you tonight. You see, I had this yard sale a few weeks ago, and I decided to part with some of my valued belongings because I knew they'd be in good hands with my fans. I got all kinds of
my
Imagine how many times.
Hey, Trucker 69.
I'll let you know who won what. We also have 2 terrific, and I mean terrific, movies. Later on,
Look
we'll
at those
scare
titties.
all of our viewers who are working the graveyard shift by showing Graveyard Shift. But first, we'll watch the spine-tingling thriller, Dangerous Pursuit. It was made by your favorite network, USA, and it's filled with recognizable TV celebrities that will keep you on the edge of your seats. So sit back, relax, and
get undressed.
All right.
that's all. Here's Dangerous Pursuit on USA. Up!
All night. Oh, I want this back so bad. 93. Oh, my heyday.
Better time.
It was a better time.
It's
Fucking
like,
Rhonda Shear's Up All Night.
We'll let women on TV. They have to have big teased up hair and tits and be stupid.
But then oddly have a bunch of stuffed animals on her bed.
Yeah. It's all going to be a revolving
like
around
a baby.
sex.
You have to walk like dressed like a baby.
And, man. Ridiculous.
Everybody's going like icky and this and that. No, it's fine. And look, it's hot girl in her bedroom.
How many times did they have to recut that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
They never recut that because it's trash.
Well, no, I'm saying
That's
like
a low budget production right
she
there.
messed up the lines, or they had to start over again.
From what I understand, I don't know Rhonda's. No, she was a pro. Like I think she's still alive. We should interview her.
Probably all an act too, like she's classically
100%.
trained actress.
100%
So
an
she had to
act,
pretend to tease her hair up.
Paris Hilton.
She probably made a lot of money.
Yeah.
My God.
She's 67. Let's see, what is she doing?
You still all night. You still get a little 67.
It's not much. Oh, she sells bras and underwear.
All right. Well, can buy me.
Rhonda Shear, bras and underwear for every body size.
Oh, no. See, I don't support that. I only support the good-looking people. I'm just saying. I mean, like, why would I want to support something so gross?
So
she lives in St. Petersburg.
We can get her. I bet we can get her. Man, I love that show. Man, me and my buddy Dave, we wouldn't watch it because we were sitting there jacking off to Rhonda, but it was fun having a show that was on that you felt like that people were still up and alive, you know? Like, I don't know.
Could
FOMO?
you imagine the travesties that she has seen like with the production and, and I don't know. I mean, maybe she didn't, but I'm just going to put the time frame.
She's been on HSN with her shapewear. I'm surprised you haven't heard about it.
I didn't know she was back. I mean, I kind of like I parted ways with her when there was another host.
Still looks good.
They got a new host, and then I was like, "Wow, that ship has sailed." And we got cable got better than USA. Like, there was a minute where me and my dad only watched USA because
they had hornier shows.
They had hornier
Silk
shows.
stockings.
Me and my dad were horny, so we'd watch all the Judge Judy, all the not Judge Judy, but like all the trash shows that had like titties were on USA.
I'm telling you, Silk Stockings. I remember watching it. Like at night, it would come on, and it would be some sort of horn. There'd be brawls.
Yeah,
anyway,
go with the bras.
There will be bras.
There will be bras.
I'm saying, as a kid, that's all you had.
That is all you had. And then all you got is some big titty lady on there with her tits out, and you're like, well, I don't get this anywhere else, but I know it's Saturday night at midnight. Rhonda Shear's going to be there with her tits out. I always the first thing I did when I got the internet was I typed in Rhonda Shear nude.
Oh, she's going to be in a new movie that's actually in post-production right now called The Throwback.
Oh, I bet it's great.
Yeah, everybody's in a movie.
I bet it's terrific. Yeah, I bet she has a podcast too.
So, Sam, you got a podcast this weekend? And I'm saying that as if
oh God, I got to do the math. Just go to semanticspodcast.com and follow us on all social media, and go to twitch.tv/semanticsmedia.
If you want to check out any of our bar partners, it's TomandDanHookups.com.
Indeed.
Hookups page, or the watering holes. God, it's been a long day.
Oh,
it's fine. No, you're fine.
We have hookups page, watering holes. There's a lot.
We got everything.
There's this blinking.
Like
it looks like an online casino.
Or it looks like those things you got in your backyard. It's just a bunch of raccoon eyes blinking at us.
Yeah, if you go to TomandDan.com, it's on there somewhere. I mean, there's 10,000 links.
Jesus Christ. It looks like Alibaba. It's like me trying to buy Maisie's birthday banner on Alibaba. I was like, I don't know how to read this website.
It's on there. Watering holes, it's all there.
Yeah,
all right.
It is all there. We love you guys, and we appreciate you putting up with us and our weird schedules and everything. And
if you normally don't listen to ACT, this whole week, we have all our go-to shows.
Yeah.
We had Treasure Hunting with Cadillac Pat. We had Tom and Dan Blow Glass.
Yeah.
We have Tom and Dan and Sam
at the dojo.
Visit Seth's dojo.
Yes.
We have we go to wrestling school, and then we have a Chatting with the Masters with Bill Murphy, the owner of Fairville Megastore.
Wait, we have one more in there, don't we? Or did we already release it? Did we release the show with Angel?
No, that's a BDM show.
Oh, that's a BDM show.
They're all mixed together.
We got a new BDM show this week with Angel. We talked to him. We basically, you never know when you're gone because we
Unless you follow everybody on Twitch.
I got to give Angel some love. He wrote me a really nice text yesterday, just basically saying that and I'm being serious now, he hasn't had the opportunity to actually sit down. He's been interviewed by a lot of people, and he's talked about his brother's story. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then just wait for the show. He explains it all. But I will say he thanked you and I for just kind of giving him the ability to come in and do it like a little more casual. And just kind of tell it the way he wants. Just kind of let him be him, and just
not rush. You got 3 minutes, and we gotta go to break.
And also not editing things the way they want to.
Exactly. Not framing it a certain way, but just letting it be what it's supposed to be, which is from his and his family's perspective. So I love him and respect him. He's one of my most favorite radio people of all time. So if you like Angel Rivera, you're going to love that show.
Yep, that's a BDM show this week. Anyway, guys, we appreciate
today was super fun.
You hanging with us and being BDMs, and don't forget our big events coming up in November, and we'll see you next week.
I can't publish that. It's mediocre.